You hear me, Justin? He's busy after suffering from a beating on FIFA, I think. But anyway, we'll just wait for the last drive to get in. I believe it's Mushroom we're waiting on. He's reserving for Alfa Romeo today. Vintage been slacking on getting the reserves out, so he might not have noticed, or he might have made other plans. Even to Ariel, I think might be his first race in the Premier League. Reserving tonight, and hi to Cop that as well. Good to see her. Yeah, just go for the grid quickly. Then Tango and Menace Max, they are the menacing team at the moment, aren't they? Only close team to them are Young Tommy and Plotters with the McLaren. Red Bull team at Equals and Liam last time out in Russia looked really good, didn't they? They had the pace, didn't they? Again, another strong team. Aston Martin's not such a strong team, is it? Let's be honest. Alpine, we've got Ariel replacing Irish Potato. Unfortunately, changed his vote after the deadline today, so he's going to be docked a few points. And then his teammate Favre alongside him, he's not had a great season, has he, at all? Spinny, fast spin this season. Ferrari Starburst had a great, well, not a great season, but he's had a good season compared to what people were expecting from him. Shadows for his first win in his race number 80 last night in the championship in PBE. So off the back of one of his best nights, well, probably the best night he's ever had of us. And yeah, he's reserving tonight. He'll be racing tomorrow as well in the Champions League. AlphaTauri got Sweet MGP and Tree Slayer towards the top. He'll want some good points tonight. And then McKenzie and the Alfa Romeo waiting for Mushroom. If he doesn't turn up, I think Immortal is ready. And then the Haas, Nolsey and Theo. Nolsey's had a great time of it late, hasn't he? Won in Singapore. He had a fantastic result, of course. Was it last week? He did well, or was it in USA? He had a top race. I think it was last week, wasn't it? Did he win in that? Am I right in thinking he won last week as well? Pretty sure he did, didn't he? Let me have a look. Premier League results. Yeah, he won last week as well. He won in Russia. And yeah, Equals was on the podium and Liam in 5th, so it was a great outing for the Haas team. And then Williams Dylan, he's been on much better form lately alongside Jake the Slayer, who claims he's getting cleaner. Well, Equals is eager to go. I'm not sure flashing the button's going to do much. As is Nolsey. Yeah, we're waiting on. What was Ariel Redeems? Hydrate. Oh, it's his second race in the Premier League. Vintage always slacking. There he is. He's only been in the league a few weeks. Ariel has already learned what Vintage is like. Yeah, I've got 2 more minutes then for Immortal to get back in, or to get in, if he's going to be replacing Mushroom. And that's it, we go at off pass, ready up at off pass. I ain't waiting any longer. People have got places to be and things to do. No, I haven't, but I'm sure everyone else does. I've got bed to be in. Yeah, last night. Yeah, I was very happy with P5 personally, but great to be battling. This is my favourite track to race at personally in France. But yeah, last night was a fantastic result. See Shadows getting that win, swapping positions with Keza towards the end of that DRS train. Really good result. Dan Murphy up there as always as well. Yeah, I think the tyres were really tyre wear is so hard around here though. Obviously we had a safety car. The last it was lap 18 it was, and then 9 laps on the softs. A lot of people did. Everyone had to put fresh softs on, otherwise they got swamped. But they were near punctured territory. Just 9 laps on those softs. So anyway, Bradfield did join us. So
hello. Yeah. Speaking about what Shadow's done last night, I think I'd done that in ALR, didn't I? I went medium soft, didn't I? Stretched them out, but they were red hot.
I can't do it. I've got no chance. I'd work well for you if you can do that tonight, but there's no way I'd be able to.
I think a couple of safety cars, we had a couple, didn't we, in that race, so that did help. But I don't think if there's no safety cars, it's going to be a push. I don't think you can do it.
Absolutely. Yeah, it's definitely tight. I struggle on medium hard here. There's no way for me to do medium soft. I absolutely torture my tyres. Hence why I did a 2-stopper. You know, I started down in 9th, obviously had a Q3 ban, and then by lap I started on fresh softs because it was a wet quali, and by the time we were on lap 4 I was up into 2nd and made up 7 places, 7 overtakes starting on the softs. Then a safety car came out. It worked quite well for me. Could have worked a bit better, but yeah, I pitted twice under both safety cars. It worked alright. Two stoppers
who
definitely an
for,
option.
by the way?
We're waiting. Well, Mushrooms meant to be reserving. He's not turned up. And yeah, Immortal's on standby, but none of them have responded. So we'll just go. Just ready up. It's past now, so go.
Yeah.
Evening, gentlemen. So Mrs. Vintage. Evening, Mrs. Vintage.
Evening.
Oh, stop flashing the fucking ready up thing. It's on 10. That it's people flashing it fucking up.
Got Mr. Vintage as my teammate today. Lads, hurry up. Ready up. Theo, you get a quality ban for keep doing it. And you get a 10-second time penalty at the end of the race.
Fucking kick him in a minute.
There you go.
Well, yeah, we're off. Anyway, I've quickly through the standings before we get going. Let me have a little look. Premier League standings then, so leading the way it is Menace Max, 56 points clear. And if he keeps that gap similar tonight, then we could be looking next week at potential title winning dates for him. So it could be potentially next week, depending how today goes. No matter the drivers, keep him at bay at the moment. Tommy in second, 56 points off him. Tango in third, 4 points off Tommy, and 15 points further back is Plotters. So Tommy, Tango, and Plotters, and then Tree Slayer as well. Really need to try and take some points off Max today. Hope he has a bad race and then get lots of points for themselves. Otherwise, he's just going to run away with it. Strong favourite to take something huge at the moment for Max to lose this. Tree Slayer in fifth, as we just mentioned. Irish in sixth. He lost a couple of points though, because of the vote change. So Dylan's up to 6th already. Nolte in 8th for those 2 wins he's had. Equals 9th. Cowie in 10th. Cowie's got a race ban that he's serving tonight for, unfortunately, changing his vote or not turning up multiple times this season. So Cowie is serving a race ban. It's pissing down. Is it raining in the race?
Yeah, all race.
Oh,
this sunny spells has got on mine, but raining.
We'll wait for a more reliable source, but yeah, relegation zone. 19 for McKenty and Starbus, and 18 for Bradfield.
Oh, it's going
and
to be a dry
6
start.
for Argentina. Dry start in the race.
Have a look, just wait for it to go through.
Is the whole of quali wet though?
I'm just going to have a look at the race, that's the most important thing. Cloudy after 30 minutes of the race. Yeah, I think the race is going to be dry, I think. 45 minutes and this is cloudy. 60 minutes in rain.
So how has it changed from all wet about 5 minutes ago?
No, sorry, because I just looked at it.
We're on full wets now though, and Ariel's first one out. I think we're going to have Mr. Swanshanks join us as well.
Yeah, quality Q1 is all wet.
Lovely jubbly.
Yeah, Q2 is all wet.
Yeah, obviously last night it was dry Q1, and then it was wet for Q2 and Q3. So it made it interesting because then you start on whatever tyres you want. And that's why I then started on the softs.
Unless we get a safety, like 4 safety cars. But
there we go, Swanshanks is in. Do you like this track then on the wheel? What's it like?
Yeah, I don't mind it to be fair. We'll see at the end of the race what happens, but yeah, I don't mind it to be fair. I don't like that first corner. That first corner's a bit
turn 1 and turn, yeah, 1 and 2, it is a bit awkward, isn't it? So hard to get it right. If you cock up the first one, the second one you're going to get wrong as well. Potential of spinning it there as well for drivers on no traction in particular. But yeah, yourself back on medium traction, that'll definitely help you there. This is really awkward on board with Sweat 100p. This is an awkward one. I take a wide line and swoop in just like he has there. Or maybe maybe not that much, but yeah, it's definitely a very awkward one, isn't it? And this track's very, very slippery when it's wet. I mean, every track's slippery when it's wet, don't get me wrong, but this one, you tend to slide at a few of the corners anyway. It's not as harsh on the curbs. We saw a couple of safety cars last night, didn't we, though?
It seems that every race at the minute is wet.
Yeah, it's a lot more frequent wet conditions on this game than they were on the previous game, that's for sure. In league racing, at least. Yeah, we see Ariel now on his lap, going onto the straight. Easy to lose it. Tommy onto the straight there as well. I think we saw Andy Lou lose it last night, didn't we? Yeah, Ariel in the Alpine, his second appearance in the Premier League. Reserving. A tidy lap so far. Yes, Swanshanks is in and he's coming into that Alfa Romeo. Lehman 12th, Sweet MJP 14th, Shadows also on a lap. The times you see at this stage of the session will be quite irrelevant, just because the track's not going to get any worse. It's only going to get better as people get used to it and as the cars are going round. So first times you set in the next 5 minutes or so, I don't think it'll be too relevant. You'll see cars that are fueled up, obviously usually it's just for 1 or 2 laps, but cars will be fueled up for a good 5 or 6, I should think. Bradfield's out already, and again, so often you see cars just hang about the last few minutes of the session in Q1, do 1 lap and through. Everyone's out on the track almost already, just to get practice, multiple laps. Don't use much battery in these conditions as well. We're looking at 144s for Ariel there. Next car is going to be, I'm not quite sure, is that Tango? No, it's not Tango. That's Max back across the line to start his lap, and I think Bradfield's the next one there as well. AlphaTauri then, Sweet MJP is going to be next one.
Oh, lost it there.
Ooh, Bradfield's lost it. We're about to see it because I'm on board with Sweet MJP. Yep, he's facing the wrong way. It's going to be a slow start to that for him. Sweet MJP gets past him. It's going to be a little bit off Ariel's time, isn't it? Yeah, it's 8/10 off Ariel's time, so I wonder if that's actually the pace we're at. And yeah, unfortunately for Bradfield, he's going to have a bit of traffic on his lap, isn't he? Sweet MJP's right in front of him. That spin was not very helpful for him at all. Red Bull across the line then, Liam up to P3, slower lap, Shadders 143.8, 4/10 ahead of Ariel, good pace from Shadders there, cut more cars back across the line. I think they're just for outlaps, but Tree Slayer's not for an outlap, 142.7, 1.1 seconds ahead of Shadderson. Even in a Tommy, yeah, it's good to be back in the comments box. I've not been commentating myself for 3 weeks. You've heard me in the parties, but I've not actually been commentating. No voice last week, that wouldn't have helped. Week before I didn't either. I didn't commentate either, but Plotter's in 4th, 144.0. Mercedes now across the line, that's Tango. Knowlesy's also set a time as well, 143.6, but Tree Slayer's pace is really standing out at the moment. He's only a second clear of everyone else. The cars were just going for back-to-back laps. Theo across the line, he's gone 8th. Starbucks just on a slow lap. But like I say, it doesn't really matter because these are just going to be improving every single lap. Bradfield's invalidated his time, unfortunately for him. Max about across the line, and yeah, this is going to be better. It's going to be 143s. Yeah, just about. It's up to P3, just ahead of Tango. Still a second or so off Tree Slayer. I think Tree Slayer might be alright with black time already, but if it's wet, if it's like this throughout the whole of quali, Max invalidates, then they might want to be thinking about saving some of these tyres. You don't get allocated too many wet tyres. I think it's 3 sets you get? How many wet sets have you got, Justin? As Liam. Oh, Liam has got no front wing whatsoever. And that's on that awkward bit, isn't it? I don't know if he's just done that there. But he's lucky. He hasn't lost a wheel there. You have to get in the pits and get back out because he's in danger there. Obviously, he's not set a decent time yet. Bradfield doesn't know. We've heard that before. McKenty's on a lap. He's about to cross the line. He's up to P9 in the Alfa Romeo. Teammates already out on the track. That's Swanshanks. Dylan in P19. In Sector 1 at the moment. Yeah, car's just crossing the line. Constantly improving. Oh, Dylan's rear end looks really slidey. Wouldn't be surprised if he lost it coming out of here. Oh, no, he's okay. Car gets out of the way for him. He's Swanshanks himself. Incredibly slow outlap from him. Plotters has improved, and Tango's improved. Up to P1. yeah, second lap on these tyres, like I say, so hard to warm them up. I mean, even at France, which is a track where your tyres get really hot, a couple of laps to warm these up around here. Starbus up into P4 now as well. The times, like I say, they will ramp up. They will get quicker. Tango invalidates there, turned in really early. Commonplace to see pit times be validated. And penalties when it comes to the race. Vintage on a lap now as well. Bradfield also on a lap. Dylan not too far behind him. We've got Mercedes back across the line. Max, he's invalidated, didn't he? So he's just been saving up that lap and he's going again. Bradfield's next then as he overtakes Sweet MJP, who's coming into the pits. Yeah, takes a wide line, cuts in onto the straight. And still, after that lap, look how much deployment he's got left. That's how much in the wet conditions it doesn't use it too much. Bradfield crosses the line, P8. It's not safe, absolutely no way is that safe. Dylan's up to P7, that's not safe I don't think yet. I think the only two I'd say that's safe are Tango and Tree Slayer. It's so difficult to predict in these conditions. Shadows can improve. He does improve by a 10th, goes up to 7th. Alfa Romeo next. Is that Swanshanks? No, it's not, it's McKenty. Up in the P12, improved by a few tenths there on that lap. And not Speed MJP, that's the other Alpha Tauri. Tree Slayer has gone again. I think he might have been saving up a little bit on that lap. Oh no, I don't think he's going this lap either, is he? Deployment's not going down too much. He might be going again, not too sure. Vintage then, see what he can do in his lap. 1:45.7, second off Slayer. As we've just seen, oh, that's a much better time there. Oh, Shadows has crashed. He's crashed. Coming onto the straight, Shadows has crashed.
Is he out?
Yeah, he's out. He's crashed out. He's already set a good time, so he could be through. His car could be through. His time could be through, but his car certainly won't be. He's crashed coming into the straight. I said you could lose it here. He's had a huge smack there. Last night's winner's going to be starting towards the back. Wow. How a day can change things. I think it's the best phrase to describe that one. As we see Menace Max got the P3. There we go. That's much better from him. Still very, very tight though, isn't it? I mean, the top two are sort of in a league of their own at the moment in these conditions. And we're seeing it. Oh, is that Slayer? Yeah, it is Slayer. I think he's kept the wing on the car, but again, is that turning on that flat out right-hander, which isn't really a flat out right-hander on this track, is it? We're going board with his teammate, I think. No, it's not. Oh yeah, his teammate's back across the line. He's about to go on board with the Aston Martin. Who's that? It's Vintage. Here we go. He won't go flat out round here. Look how much he's had to back off, but it's so easy to lose it round there. That tiny little turn. It's all that's taken for Jake to go flying around there. It's so easy to lose your wheel and crash out. Tommy on his first lap then. Liam's back out on the track, obviously after the pit crew repaired that front wing. Even the Keza. Even a Mushroom. Oh, Mushroom's here. Mushroom was meant to be racing, he didn't turn up. Vintage is not happy about. We're waiting around for getting a last minute reserve in. To be fair, I don't think Vintage put the reserves out until about 5:15, so I'll let you off. I think we've just seen, Fear improved earlier on. Did Dylan improve? Oh, he's getting a bit of a toe there from Speed MJP. Bradfield has also improved slightly, 1:44.0 as earlier on. Equals in 13th, and he's not on a lap now, but he's saving up. There you go, take that wide line to start the lap, and he'll be going now. This is really good when it's a wet quali, because you just see everyone out on the track constantly going for it. Time's constantly improving. Tommy's about to set his lap in the McLaren. Back across the line then, and he's up to P6. So yeah, Mercedes and McLaren again, yeah, showing there towards the top, aren't they? Haas, of course, had a better time of late, especially with Knowlesy towards the up top as well, and then Tree Slayer. So no shocks so far, even though it's wet conditions. There's no big surprises. Liam towards the bottom, you'd expect him to get through. Yeah, you'd say the Red Bulls at the moment, you'd expect them to be a lot higher, but like I say, this is such a long session with cars doing so many laps. So I'm sure that'll all change pretty soon. I say pretty soon, it could change very soon. So I think Liam's on a bit of lap here. Dylan's got to P5. Liam's about to cross the line. He goes, oh, he's only 14th. I thought he was going to peel into the pits. He obviously went very wide there, but yeah, struggling the Red Bulls are. Struggling in these conditions, and Liam really is 15th at the moment because Shadow's time is above. But Slayer's in the pits too, so he's clearly struggling. Vintage is only a 10th off Slayer. He's invalidated this time round, so he'll be saving up or coming to the pits, I'm not sure, but Vintage is definitely in this, you know. Vintage is definitely in the fight to get through. I think Knowlesy's just gone back ahead of Dylan for P5. Vintage is coming to pits if he can find it. Mercedes, it's Tango, he's invalidated his time, so I don't think he needs to. He's just doing some practice now on these tyres, but I'd come in and save those tyres. Yeah, and Aston Martin is coming in. Is that Equos? Yeah, Equos is going to be next. He needs to find some time, doesn't he? Because there's not too long left in the session. I say it's quite a long session when they're all out on the track, but it doesn't go on forever. Equos crosses the line, and there we go. Up in a P4. Equos looking good there then. So just Liam now is, I think that's the only, he's invalidated his time as well, Liam, so he really is in trouble here. Needs to find a good few temps as well to get ahead of Ariel McKenzie. And Theo has gone to intermediates in the pits, and the rain is not as intense, is it? What's your views on that? Inter's close?
No.
Well, Bradfield says no, so maybe Theo's pissing about. Wouldn't surprise me. But yeah, the rain certainly isn't intense, is it? And now Tommy's gone to win. Oh, well, looking at it here, I think it's close to Winters. Obviously, it doesn't matter how much rain is. If the rain's going away in 20 minutes, then it's definitely got to be close to Winters. Vintage now going in, it's got to be time for Winters, I think. I mean, and the drivers towards the bottom, like Liam, Slayer, and Swanshanks and Farf, are all on the wets, and obviously in danger. They've got to put the inters on, I think. They've got to go for it, because they could be saving you a lot of time. What does it say on your dash? Oh, you're out on the track, no, you're in the pits. What does it say the difference is between wets and inters?
Hold on, let's have a look.
So we watch McKenty's lap.
Wets is... Oh, actually, yeah, it's 0.000 second.
Keep flicking between it, and it will keep going further towards inters, I think.
Yeah, it's definitely going towards inters. You're slightly behind, I think, on the wets on 3 temps.
Yeah.
Definitely inters on.
Take it off and look again in 5 seconds, see if it's improving all the time. So we see McKenty then, and I think he saved up for another lap.
Yeah, it's in the time.
There we go, it's time for Winters.
4 temps.
So McKenty's just started another lap on these wet tyres, could be in a bit of bother. As we see an Alfa Romeo going for a funny line. That's Swanshanks, I'm quite sure where he's off to. Can't see how long's left in the session, because Swanshanks is causing a constant yellow flag. He's turning far too early there, McKenty. He's know where he's trying to turn into there. I know the track round is brilliant to invalidate constantly. If you just forget the track's there, you can race around. 2.5 minutes left, so McKenty's only have one more run. He won't have time to get in the pits. But yeah, it invalidates lists the next lap sometimes, even when you're in sector 1. Yeah, everyone's going to have to go to Winters here. Tango's even going out himself because he's worried that the turnover is that quick. And I'll say if McKenty can improve 2 seconds if he was to put Inters on. Obviously he can't because he's stuck out. I think McKenty's going to be out here, which I don't think would be too much of a shock, but yeah, surprising. Ariel and Slayer and Sweet MJP all out on the track on the wets. They're all in huge danger. Don't get me wrong, they'll probably be a little bit quicker because the track's not as soaking wet, but they'll struggle pulling those tyres down when it's not raining as heavily. But Vintage out on the Inters now. I think Vintage got a great chance going through here. But Sweet MJP, Slayer, Ariel, McKenty, Liam, all in big danger. Swanshanks and Farf, I think they could be in trouble too. Farf might be okay. He might have to beat Sweet MJP's time. Swanshanks in the pit, so I think he is out. Shadows obviously is out, but his car might make it through still. He is up in 10th really, his time is. But yeah, we've got cars on their laps now on the Inters. Theo's invalidated before the lap's even got to turn 1, so I'm not quite sure what he's done there. He'll invalidate this and next if he ain't careful. Yeah, this is what I'm saying. I love doing this. I love driving around the track like it, around here. And just cut every corner. It's brilliant. Bradfield about to start his lap 2. Young Tommy on the Inters on the straight. I wonder what the set time's going to be like. We'll find out when he gets towards the end of Sector 2. Anyone else close for sector time? Dylan's just behind Tommy. Knowlesy's just started his lap. Plotters has just started his lap as well. He's just ahead of Knowlesy. Still a few more in their outlap. Tango's just started his lap. Tommy then. No, he's just gone in sector 3. We just missed it. Who was next? Oh, was Sweet MJP's had a spin. And yeah, he's in trouble, isn't he? He's really in trouble, Sweet MJP. Yeah, Plotter's a few temps up, coming out of sector 1. I hope Jake doesn't hold him up too much either on his lap. Jake the slow, he's obviously on a lap, but he's on a slower wet tyre. Sweet MJP's backed off, so I think he's going to be out, Sweet MJP. Actually, I'm not too sure, because the car's in the drop zone. There's a few still on the wet tyres. Like, checker flags out for Starbus and Tree Slayer. Swanshank's only just gone on out lap, I'm not quite sure what he's doing. Vintage then, sector 2. Looking good for him. Farf is going to be out. He's set a time. Tommy goes, there we go, 7 temps quicker than Tango. Theo's retired. He didn't crash. Tommy goes quicker than into 141s now. We want to focus on these ones towards the bottom low. Liam. Is he on a lap? He is going for it, Liam. Ariel's in trouble down in 14th. Slayer's done. Sweet MJP's done. So yeah, Liam's 4 temps down. I think Liam's going to be out then. Farf is out. It's all on Vintage. And Vintage is 6 temps up. I think Vintage is going to knock Ariel out here. I think that's the only change we're going to see. The only one that did the right thing putting the inters on. Why everyone else did, I'll never know. Liam is out. I don't know if he just crashed or just retired on the track or what there. There we go then. There's Plotters back across the line. Up to P2, making it McLaren 1-2. But it is Vintage. He's the one we want to keep our eyes on. Liam is definitely out. McKenty is out. As we know, Knowlesy goes P1. Farf is out. Only one that can survive is Vintage. I think he'll do it easily, knocking Ariel out. And he does. Vintage up in the P11. Why the hell people didn't put the inters on, I'll never know. Sweet MJP and Jake the Slayer, you two are very, very lucky. I filled up to 4th as well. But yeah, it was really interesting with the weather lens towards the end that made it interesting. It's just a shame. It's obviously Menace Max has just gone quicker now as well. Track's getting quicker all the time, and we could get dry, I think, in Q3. But I don't know why Farf put the wets on. We can clearly see the inters were quicker. Swanshanks has he just used that old quali glitch? He's invalidated his time anyway, but Farf's now coming into the pits. But yeah, that's a strange one. Swanshanks can't set a time. He's invalidated, but that's who we're waiting for at the moment. Yeah, Swanshanks going to be out. Got both Alpine drivers and both Alfa Romeo drivers are out in Q1, so not very good, especially for the French-based team here in France. And Liam out with 17th is a surprise for Liam, really. But he never looked like going through, did he? Even at the Theo. Went wet 6 minutes before the end and the rain died down. Yeah, should have come in then, but he's lucky, like I say, Jake's lucky. 15th fastest Jake was in that session. I'm just waiting for Swanshanks now. The timing glitch. What difference a year makes, same Vintage. Yeah, here he made his debut and he's 8 seconds slower. But yeah, Vintage for the Q2 in the Premier League. Crazy. Never thought I'd see the day. Fear invalidate this and next. Oh yeah. By doing that, I reckon. Exactly what I just said. Come on, let's go. Look at that, Theo. Vintage was quicker than you. Oh, Aston Martin's nearly crashed. Come on, I'm getting bored now. Stupid game, come on, just let's go. Hey, thank you. Stuck on it, yeah, equals it just does that a lot of the time. Stupid game, as we know. Theo saying he's on the inters, yeah, tough, he's quick, it was quicker. I don't give a fuck if it was on square wheels, he was quicker than you. Look how close that is between the second and third, Knowlesy and Equaz. And yeah, obviously those times, you can't judge them. especially with Bradfield up in 5th, because, like I say, Tango and Treesay and wets, they're about 7 or 8 tenths quicker than anyone else. Obviously, it's just a case of who put the inters on to go through. I think Max and Knowlesy might have wasted those tyres a bit there, so safety through anyway. Wait for next session to advance. Bradfield's back with us. P5 in that first session. Well, he don't say much, does he?
No, tired on. Alright, okay.
Thanks, chap. Saying vintage. You're very welcome. I had 2 minutes left, saying Swanshanks. Yeah, there's 2 minutes left on the bloody countdown from the end of quali. Checkered flag. Yep, so I say I think we're obviously still in the inters, but it should be drying up. Equal's already sucked the wets back on, but yeah, I wonder if they'll go on fresh inters straight away. They might not be needing Q3, we don't know. We'll wait for a reliable weather report. Of course, only 14 cars because Shadow's in that Ferrari crashed out and he's going to be starting down in P15. Dylan's going to be one of the first ones out.
I'll go out. I'll just stick the used wets on. Bank that.
Used wets?
Why not? Might need them.
When?
Need idiots.
When?
Never know. Just doing a bacon lap, aren't I?
Yeah, but you might as well do that to get you through.
You never know, I could get through. See what happened to you last night?
Well, I couldn't not get through. I didn't have to set a lap to get through the Q3. Man, people that crashed. Yeah, Treesay looking pretty sharp, isn't he, in that AlphaTauri? In these conditions. We know he's got one of the highest success rates in the league, isn't he? The amount of podiums that he's got when he's racing with us. Something like 15 races. Oh, did he lag a bit there? Yeah, I think he just lagged over a bit there. I just looked it back on the stream. Looked back here on the stream, but yeah, oh well. Hopefully that's not a sign of poor connection to come with us, but yeah, let's have a look at this season. So podiums, Treesay he's had 3 this season, but he's not done. He missed quite a few races. First 3 races I know he missed. He's missed a couple else as well. So yeah, pole position. Obviously we'll be talking about that soon. Max and Tango 4 pole positions each. They're battling it out. And apart from them, there's been 6 different pole sitters, so 8 in total. And again, we said at the beginning of the year, this league is just so close in terms of pace all over. Treesay is about to be first one to start his lap, going for it straight away on the inters. Wins this season, 3 for Max. I can't believe he only won 3. It's just the consistency of him getting podiums all the time though. 3 for Tango as well, his teammate. 2 for Irish New Potato, who's not racing tonight, and 1 for Cowie. Liam, Plotters, Treesay, Young Tommy and Knowlesy have also all got a win apiece. And then yeah, amazing stat from this league is that everyone has finished 6th or above apart from Argentina, who's not racing tonight. That has a full-time seat anyway, so yeah, really interesting. Of course, last night we saw Farhad get pole position, didn't we? That was only the 4th different championship drive all season we've seen get pole position. He didn't have a great race though, did he? In fact, I think he's reported me for an instant, which I'll get the footage in for soon. Dylan, I think if you're watching or listening, I'll get that done. But it was there actually, just where Treesay, the car dived down the inside. I then spun that car as well. As they dived into me, they spun and they went into him. But yeah, been naughty. 2 weeks in a row I've been reported now. Anyway, Treesay, yeah, it's a nice line he's taken there. It's the exact same line I take. Yeah, always invalidated though, so maybe not. But yeah, that's the way to go around it. Just do not go wide. Do not clip that inside curb either there, because that can just send the rear flying around. Jake Deslay on his lap then. Who's next? Actually set it up. I think it might be Dylan. No, he's not, because he's invalidated as well. Is it Max then? It is Max. Championship leader. When we first want to set the pace. Again, taking a nice wide line, then swooping back in. Did you have a look at the weather forecast, Justin?
I haven't. No, I'm out on the track at the minute.
he's on the wets for some reason, God knows why. Venice Max is a 140.3, that's over a second quicker than the times we saw in Q1 as well, so it's getting even quicker out here. Bradfield on these wets are probably about 5 seconds slower. Next card across the line, Sweet MJP, he's 6 seconds slower than Max, so he must have made a mistake. Starburst only 4 tenths off Max, a good time there. Vintage will be catching up. Bradfield on the track soon, we said about 5 seconds slower. I was wrong, 6.5 seconds slower Bradfield is on those wet tyres. Complete waste of time. He's got his teammate close behind now as well. It might be nice and give his teammate a tow here. Both Aston Martins gave each other a tow in qualifying yesterday. Myself and Immortal. Zegos goes up to P2, just a tenth off Max. But I think Bradfield is slowing down and try and give Vintage a bit of a tow. I just hope they don't cock it up.
Oh, not let him go.
Oh, he's instead of giving him a tow, he's just letting him got on his way. I mean, that's one way of teamwork, but oh well. It's the thought that counts. But yeah, really close to being the top 3, isn't it? Tree Slayer not invalidated this time round. He's going to set his lap. Of course, times are going to be quick on the second run. Tango 140.3 again, really close, only 600% of Max's teammate. Tree Slayer's back across the line. Can he smash into the 139s? Yes, he can. 139.5. Wow, 8 tenths quicker. And again, that is on a second run, so much warmer, of course. Easier to go a bit quicker. Dylan's just found out up at the P6 now. Other Mercedes now, and Max gone again. He's only gained another 2 tenths, quite a bit off Tree Slayer. Eagles has invalidated his second run. Starburst, I'm not sure if he'll be in the pits. No, he's not. He's just had a poor lap. Sweet MJP's going again. This is looking good. Up in the pit. Oh, well. They're so close, isn't it? Oh, no. There's Tango and Tommy. Look at that. Exact same time. 140.334. Love to see it. So rare you see it, especially when it's such a long lap like that. And Dylan's crashed. Dylan's crashed out. No. He's crashed the same place Shadders did, coming onto this straight. And Theo's about to do the same. Is he about to crash and do the same? Oh, he's managed to survive. Dylan went flying into the wall. Theo weren't carrying as much speed through there, I don't think. And he managed to avoid the walls. Theo is a very lucky boy. Dylan is not. As we've just seen, Plotter's got the P2, but that's it. Dylan is out now. His car might get through, but he certainly won't be challenging for pole position. And Shadders has just subscribed again for 4 months. Thank you very much, Shadders. Shadders, of course, last night's winner. Just mentioned him for crashing, unfortunately, but anyway, Vintage up in 11th, Bradfield 12th. He hasn't put the inters on yet. At the moment, it's both Aston Martin and both Haas going out. Theo's invalidated. Knowlesy's on a time. He's about to come round into sector 3 as well. So, Dylan's got his stream going as well. So it'll be interesting to see. Oh no! From him when he's crashed there. That'll be interesting one to see. Knowlesy then up next in the Haas. We know he's in good Formula 8. What can he do now? He's up to P5, just behind 2 Mercedes drivers. Yeah, good time. You can never rule him out anymore, can you? After what we've seen lately. In terms of the 2 wins this season. Slayer's on a lap now. We're going to go on board with him further down because he's one of the ones in danger. He's back across the line as well. In the Williams, his other Williams has crashed out, but Slayer's only up to P9, so he's slowing his teammate as well. So, yeah, he could be in trouble there, actually. If he's not too careful. He was lucky to get through out of Q1 anyway, wasn't he? Theo is on a lap then now. He's not invalidated this time. He's not spun coming out of that turn either, which makes a change. It's on the last lap.
Esports pace, yeah.
Yeah. Trying to...
Dream,
he is indeed. Tommy's improved his time as well. He missed that. He's up to P2 in the 139s as well. Only a tenth and a bit off Tree Slayer. I've got to say, if the conditions stay like this, we don't know whether the conditions are going to be like this. Mercedes back across the line. Tango's not improved. They stay like this. You fancy Tree Slayer. Oh, thank you very much to Swanshank. 100 bits. Started the hype train going as well. Lovely jubbly. Love to see that. 44% Come on, let's get to level 1. Did it last night. If we can get to level 1, that'd be brilliant. Nearly halfway there already. Got 4.5 minutes. Yeah, Swanshanks, of course, will be starting last, racing the Premier League. I'm not sure if it's the first time he's done it this season, the Premier League, but do love having Swanee in. Gives it his all. You only get quicker from practicing with some of the quicker lads, and Max is up in the P3. We stayed up to P3, improved his time though. Theo's back to cross the line, and what can he do? It's ain't going to be good. He's only P12, he's a long way off the mark. Tango in 6th, he needs to find some time. He's 10th down at the moment though, so yeah, Tango needs to find some time. It's a good few attempts to still clear, but yeah, he's down in 6th, so he might be looking over his shoulder. But 100 bits from Lucy as well. Thank you very much. God, we're all going tonight. It's the 4th one.
Go.
Yeah, Aston Martin need to get out there on the track. Is that a spin in Mercedes? Is that Tango having a spin? It is. He's lost it on that curb, isn't he? And I wonder if he's got damage. You have to come in. Let's have a look. No, he's not. That's the thing. There's so much runoff area around here that it's unlikely you're going to crash into the wall. But when you do crash in the wall, it's obviously going to take some speed to get there. So it's a big crash when you see cars in the wall. But yeah, shouldn't see too many safety cars around here. Even though we did two last night.
Two last night, was it? Yeah.
Yeah, and they both came on my pit stop, so that helped me get into my 5th. Yeah, Theo, I think, racing back now to get to the pits, isn't he? Maybe refuel. Laughy crashed during this. Yeah, Bradfield is out there now, a few laps of fuel. Yeah, Theo racing round the outskirts of the track, trying to get back to the pits. Brilliant if he crashed. I'd piss myself laughing. Top 3 I think are safe. If you're in the 139s, you're safe. But even still, there's only a second down to the cars that are going out at this session at the moment, so it's not huge. And if it does really start, the rain has really slowed up, hasn't it? I wonder if we're going to get dry tyres, get onto the slicks for Q3, because it's hardly raining now. Hardly raining at all. We're in the pit lane. Yeah, it looks a little bit heavier out on the track, but might only be a few minutes before that stops. See, I definitely want to be out on the track now, that's for sure. Our top 3 I think are okay, as we said, but yeah, I think if you're 4th, 5th, 6th, anything in the 140s or below, and you're sat in the pits, I'll be sat there worried, that's for sure. Another 100 from Swanshanks, thank you very much. Tommy's retired, so he's happy with his time, as we said. Come on, let's get that to level 1. Not got long left though. 1 minute 40 seconds, we're at 63%. 145 from Lucy as well, up to 71%. Come on, let's keep it going. Thank you to everyone that donates, much appreciated as always. As you know, Max retired as well, as he's happy with his time. We're on board with Bradfield down in 14th. Not done a proper time yet, of course, after doing a scrub run on the wets, as he called it. He needs to find obviously a lot of time, I'm sure he will. First proper run. He needs to target he needs to get above a 140.4. Even that would be risky for him. Stick 100 bits in myself to top it off. Come on, let's keep this thing going. Risk it for the biscuit. Go on softs or mediums. What now? You can't go on softs or mediums now. You'll be put in some sort of mental hospital. Absolutely nowhere near that, is it? But come Q3, I think it might start to dry up a little bit. Equals, Nosey, Plotters all on laps. Everyone else I've run out lap on the track. The only car's not on the track are Dylan, who's crashing out this session, and the top 3 who he said are going to be safe. Come on, that hype train getting nearly there. Ariel saying instant death. Tommy's saying Ariel instant death if you go on the if you go on the scrub tyres. Anyway, Bradfield in 14th. Oh, Swanshanks 300 bits, puts us up to 97%. We're nearly there. Thank you, Swanshanks, mate. Absolutely love it. Anyway, Bradfield then on his lap, comes out the final corner, last corner to go. Yeah, there we go. I'll stick it in there. Hype train completed. 300 from Lucy. 300 bits from Lucy. Thank you so much. Really appreciated. As Bradfield, that lap's not appreciated, but he's going again. That's obviously his first run. We mentioned already before, on your first run, the tyres aren't at optimum temperature. He's lucky not to invalidate there, and he knows it. But he would have gained time from doing that, really pushing it to the limits. He's likely to gain time on his lap, so he doesn't make any mistakes. Sweet MJP's invalidated his time. He'll have time to get round and go again. Theo's about to start his lap. Vintage should start his lap as well. So the bottom 4, all going for it now. 19% for level 2. God, we're a fifth of the way to level 2. Come on. No, that's asking too much now, and that's just us being greedy. Thank you very much for everyone who made that hype trade. As Plotters takes P1 and he's going to be safety through into Q3. And yeah, still light rain, isn't it? Still light rain. Bradfield is only 2 temps up. He needs to find at least 3 temps really, which could be a bit of an arsehole. He's 4.5 temps up now. Yes, we've just seen he's 4.5 temps up. That's just improved. Is that sweet MJP back across the line? He validated, didn't he? But he is now starting his another lap. Jake Slayer's 3.5 temps up. Starburst improved as well earlier on, so he's up to 140.1. Slayer's 2,000 ahead of Tango, in fact. Tango's 4.5 temps up himself as well. So Bradfield might need, it might be 7 temps Bradfield needs, which is doable with what he was on. Bradfield is close to crossing the line. In fact, he's going to be next across the line. He needs to find, he wants 8 temps really, and even still, 8 temps would put him 6th, but everyone else has still got to set a lap. So even if he does find 8 temps, it's not guaranteed to get him through. 86%, what on earth's going on? I'll go for all the bits in a minute, but Bradfield crosses the line. He does go up to P7. He found just under 7 temps. It could be through. It's just going to be risking it, isn't it? Tango's going to be next, 4.5 temps. 1,000 bits from Swanshanks. That's what's made that happen. Tango goes up to P1. He's going to be safety through. The other Aston Martin of Vintage is next. 1,000 bits from Swanshanks. 210 from Lucy as well. Thank you so much. We're nearly at level 2 already. We've got 3 minutes left to get there. Vintage about across the line. I think it's going to be it now for him. He's up ahead of Theo though, so if Theo doesn't improve, Theo's back across the line, and he does improve off the 12th, but he's going to be out. Dylan's time is out. It's only sweet MJP that can improve now, and he's just invalidated. He's just invalidated by going too wide, like we saw his teammate Treeslayer do earlier. And there we have it. Starburst and Jake the Slayer, I think, will both try and improve still, so they don't know what's going on behind this. They're listening, but Dylan's out in 11th, Theo 12th, sweet MJP 13th, and Vintage 14th, and that is where they're going to be starting then. Starburst crossed the line. Didn't matter anyway. He's already through. He did improve, and Slayer's in the pits because I think he must be listening to the stream, knowing that he's safe. I should do that to Slayer. I'll do that to Bradfield one day. I'll say, yeah, it's all over. You're safety through, and then everyone else crosses the line. You've done that to me before, you prick. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right, I'll be back in a minute. Dickhead.
Unfortunately, you will be. Ah. Got a banker Swanshanks doing bits for PBE again. The banker Lucy, we're going to have to say now as well. Swanshanks has donated, I think. How many bits he donated in his time now? With PBE. I'll get it up soon, but honestly, absolutely crazy how much he's done. And Lucy as well. Absolutely love you for that. Shadow's got this site train starting, don't forget, with that resubscription as well. But 92%, we've got a minute and a half to get to level 3. Come on. We can do it. I've got to, in the meantime, get the pole position poll going. Who do we think is going to get pole position? It's difficult to tell because I don't know what it could be. If it dries up in the last couple of minutes, it could be who's brave enough to go into softs and who times it the best. It could come down to something as simple as that. So it could really be anyone. These conditions, it's just so exciting, isn't it? Because you don't know what's going to happen. Confidence for the race, saying Tommy, I don't get poles. Yeah, like I say, it's not about pole position, is it? It's about where you finish, not where you start. That's the most important bit. 92%. Who's going to make this go over? Who's going to make this go over to level 3? Oh, I've got to quickly set that up, so I've got to put Tango down after that pace. I've got to put Treeslayer as well. After the pace he's shown, he's my favourite. I think I'll be voting for Treeslayer, that's for sure. After what he's shown so far, Menace Max, you can never rule him out, can you? Especially with the 4 poles he's got so far this season. 99%, 100%. Lucy with another 200 bits. Oh, absolutely love you. Amazing. Hype train up to level 3. Thank you so much. Top that up with 200 bits myself. That's incredible. Absolutely amazing. Like I say, oh, has the rain stopped? We're still on inters, but it looks like the rain is about to stop. I think we could soon be on dry tyres towards the end, that's for sure. Put Knowlesy as the 4th driver in the pole position. But we'll leave the McLarens out, take the pressure off the McLarens. So we've got the vote for the other as well, in case you want to go for a McLaren driver. But this could be very late on until we find out. Another 100 bits from Swanshanks as well. Thank you, mate. There we go, pole is now up. Oh, let's look on board. It's stopped raining, hasn't it? There still might be a couple of light spits you can see. But, yep, that light rain has gone. It's just drizzle now. Spits, and you can see breaks in the clouds. And I think if for 5 minutes time or so, I think we'll be onto the dry tyres. That time, have a look, Justin. If you're sat in the pits, are you coming out?
No, not yet.
As I say, if you're in the pits, have a look at the times. Have a look at the times between. Just go on dry tyres. See how slow they are at the moment.
10 seconds.
And then give it 5 seconds and look again. Because I'm sure it'll be coming down, because this track is just drying now. It's still wet, of course, but it's just drying all the time. What's it on now?
It's mediums and softs. There's no doubt at 0.000 seconds. Nothing better.
Your game's obviously fucked up, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Because it's definitely not ready for your soft.
Well, press back and then go on it again. But yeah, like I say, everyone is coming out on the inters now, just in case it doesn't completely dry up.
I'll just wait a little bit.
It's a track that should dry up. Obviously, street circuits you don't see dry up so much because the water is difficult to escape with the walls. But like I say, there's a amount of runoff here. The water just runs off. This will be dry in a few minutes, I should say. Well, at least time for dry tyres in a few minutes. Pole position, I'm not quite sure what it is, but that hype train's still up. Keep the tyre caps a mystery. Yeah, well, I'll say some people thought it was a mystery to Jake the first time around anyway, because he put the wrong tyres on in Q1. He managed to survive it and get through in the end anyway. Luckily for him. Yeah, pole then. I don't think anyone's actually voted yet. Just because that hype train's up there and people can't actually see it when it comes up. That's annoying, isn't it? But, oh well. Oh no, people have voted. It's just not loaded on my screen. 3 people have voted for other. 3 for Tango, 2 for Tree Slayer. Make that 3 for Tree Slayer and 1 for Max. And now 1 for Knowlesy as well. So yeah, 11 different votes. Very, very varied, as we expect, just because of how close this league is. Swanshank's backing up my 100 bits. Go on, bit battle now, isn't it? Bit battle between me and Swanshanks. There's my 100 back. Yeah, Tree Slayer. He's going to be the first one, or is he? Yeah, he is going to be the first one. That's young Tommy just on out lap. Yeah, Swanshank's bank balance is bigger than mine, quite clearly. Tree Slayer then coming onto the straight. That might be for you, but not Swanee. Here he goes, and Tree Slayer back cross line 1:39.6, similar to Tommy set in Q2. Next we're going to see Knowlesy's 8 temps off, and then Max 3 temps off Tree Slayer. So yeah, again Tree Slayer setting the pace, but Max not too far behind now. Tango and the other Mercedes going to be next. Comes onto the straight. A little bit of rear spin in there. This is going to be close. He's going to be really close to his teammate at least. Crosses the line 1:39.9 also is similar to his teammate. Max just in front at the moment though. Ferrari's going to be next. That's Starburst up into P5 and he sets the exact same time as Knowlesy. Well, oh my god, it's happened twice in a session. Twice in one qualifying session has happened where they got the exact same time. That's crazy. Absolutely crazy. His plotter's up to P6 and the yellow flag just for a Red Bull going slowly. Oh, Swanshank did 200 bits, but I missed the terrain. Train's gone now. Level 3 we nearly got to. That's incredible. Thank you to Shadows, thank you to Lucy, thank you to Swanshanks. Love you all very much. And like I say, any bits and that we get, funds our trophies for the end of the season, delivery fees, the competitions we do. See Menace Max, who's the Premier League champion. Well, not champion, but favourite to be the Premier League champion. He won our last competition. He's got a £35 gift card in the end, which is not too bad, is it? Just for sticking 100 bits in the channel. Yeah, we'll do that again. We'll get that again going maybe next week or the week after. And have one of the old competitions. And yeah. So, like I say, without your bits and your support on the channel, we wouldn't be able to do trophies or anything like that. So, yeah, thank you very much for that.
Thank you very much, yeah.
And of course, other things in terms of That's the features on Discord, and that's to grow the channel and everything as well. Starbus then obviously invalidated his lap. Is he coming in the pits? He is. It's taken a bit longer to dry than I thought it would, 'cause it still looks very wet. And it makes it more... Tango goes fastest on his second lap. And it makes it interesting. It makes it so much more interesting. Just because it's going to be really borderline whether they're going to put the softs on for their final lap. When he gets 2.5 minutes on the clock and they're coming out for one last lap, is anyone going to be daring enough to put the softs on? But like you, for you...
I'm going to go for it, mate.
I mean, this is what I was saying for you. Look at the drivers in this qualifying session. Tango, Treeslayer, Max, Tommy, Plotters, Nolsey. You're not going to get above any of them. Be honest, realistically.
Of course, 100%.
Realistically, if you go on Inters, the best you're going to get is 7th if you put in a really good lap. So you might as well go for it. Tommy does a 140 exactly. Now that's really helped my OCD. That's for OCD. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Absolutely love it. Two times the exact same, and then a 140 flat. That's incredible. Love to see that. What's the timing say now between the softs and the Inters? Treeslayer's coming on the straight.
It's times there. I think it's time.
Not improved. It's not improved.
Yeah, I'm going to stick the softs on.
He's not improved here, Treeslayer. And they're racing. He's racing back to the pits now. I think everyone's racing back to the pits to put softs on.
Here we go.
I think everyone's going to do it. Bradfield's had them ready for the whole session. He's not even bothered to go out on the Inters. Good sector there from Treeslayer. Cutting out all the corners. Softs are ready up for young Tommy. Plotters in it. Plotters now coming into the pits. Equals has been racing back to get to the pits. And there we go, look. Everyone is now in the pits apart from Treeslayer, who I think is racing back to the pits. Soft tyres at the ready for Tommy and Bradfield. I think everyone else, well, for everyone now in the pits, it's just going to be, what does that Delta say is quicker? On about 3 minutes. Obviously, if it still says Inters a tiny bit quicker on 3 minutes, they'll still put the softs on, maybe.
They're a second and a half slower.
Well, who's just gone out on the Inters? Mercedes has just gone out on the Inters. Max has just gone out on Inters. Softs are a second quicker. I mean, DRS has not been enabled yet. Who's that that's just gone out? Was that a McLaren that's just gone out? It is. And that is a McLaren on soft tyres. Menace Max then. He's racing round. I wonder if he's accidentally put Inters on. Sweet MJP's left the session. That's not good. Hoping he can get himself back in. He's not going to be able to get back in time. Max, unfortunately, if he has accidentally put Inters on. And he's probably invalidated this the next lap. I don't know what he's done there. Equals he's on wet. DRS now enabled. It is time for those dry tyres. And Max on these intermediate tyres. What has he done? Has he accidentally gone out on Inters? Just go, Max. Just go. You don't have to do that. Just go. Come on, get yourself back in the pits. He's not going to have time. He's not going to have time to get back in the pits, Max. Unless he risks doing that on his out lap. But he risks saying this is the next lap invalidated then.
It was a bit slippery, but... yeah,
it will be slippery. It'll be very slippery. Some of these corners here, I bet you're going to see one of the soft runners crash on their lap. Just because of how greasy it is. Max has done really well to challenge to get round. Come on, Max, go. Go, just absolutely cane it into the pits. His pit lane's long though as well, isn't it? Yeah, he is coming to pits. There's been some sort of mistake. Don't worry about speeding, just go, come on. Pit lane's long too. He's got to get in and get out. He's not going to have time. He's not going to have time unless he, like I say, cuts corners on his out lap. And we have a bit of a timing glitch. Anyway, who's going to be first to start a lap on these soft tyres? This is going to be interesting, this. Is it going to be Slayer? It is going to be Slayer. But yeah, it's definitely time for dry tyres. Definitely time for the old slicks. I subbed, but it's not sharing it for some reason, saying Keza. How dare it? I don't know why. This app is a bit silly sometimes, as Mushroom will tell you himself, but thank you, Keza, for subbing whenever you did, mate. And yeah, look, Slayer through turn 1 and turn 2, so much more grip. It's still a bit slippery, so they're not going to be pushing it as much. Max has retired in the pits. He's not going to have time to get out, so Max could be in trouble here. He could be down. And Nosey's out on Inters. What? Well, there's 2 drivers up for the pole position pole that are not going to get pole position now. I don't know why they're doing it. Anyway, back on board with Slayer. He's on the straight now. Yeah, well, thanks to Keza whenever you did sub, mate. I don't know why this thing's not put it up. When did you subscribe? Yeah, look at this. It's comfortably soft, isn't it? It's comfortably soft. As soon as that DRS enabled, that's it then. It's dry. It is not fully dry, but pretty much all good. Oh, he's invalidated Slayer. What's he done? He's just... That is such a silly place to invalidate. Bradfield is invalidate as well. You've got to cut corners then, because you're going to struggle to get back. What's your time say?
Yeah, 23 seconds, I'm going to do it.
No, you're not going to do it. So Bradfield and Slayer are going to be starting last. Actually, no, Slayer's going to get another bite of the cherry. Who's next to actually do a lap? I think they're all quite a bit way back. Tommy's going to be next, isn't he? Tommy's going to be the first one to actually set a time on these soft tyres. He said he's not qualifying king, but he could be on pole position here. He will be, at least provisionally. About 5 minutes ago, 3-month badge, I think, now saying Keza. Well, thanks for Keza for the 3-month subscription, and thanks to Tommy for that fantastic lap. He's up in the P1 1:33.6. There you go. Next is going to be the Aston. No, it's not the Aston Martin. Jake the Slayer has not made the checkered flag. I think we had a glitch where the actual time was reversed. We're 5 seconds behind and not in front. Bradfield obviously not going to make the checkered flag either. Unfortunately, he'll be starting down 10th. Bit of respite there for Max, and Knowlesy have gone out on the inters. There is Knowlesy on the inters. He's down his time, of course, because it's track's bone dry. The Ferrari is Starburst then. He's getting at least 6th here, and it might be his best ever start in the Premier League. I don't think he's qualified higher than 6th before. It's going to be 6th at least. Turns in then Starburst. In the Ferrari, Scarlet Red Ferrari. Scarlet Red tyres on there as well. And temporarily, this is going to be at least P2, isn't it? Can he get ahead of Tommy? This is going to be really close. I think he might get ahead of Tommy. No, he does easily get ahead of Tommy. P1 for Starburst. And it was all about timing, wasn't it? What can Plotters do? He's up to P1 now. The track's just getting quicker every lap. Tango across the line. He's now P1. Pole position for Tango. Can Trise get pole position? Yes, he can. By half a tenth, exactly. Wow. Equaz is last across the line. He's got to do it, isn't he? No, he's not. He's only P2. Half a tenth between the top 3.
Mix it up a little bit.
Oh, wow. And we did say, didn't we? It'd be all about when they cross the line. 6 thousandths between Slayer and Equaz for pole position. Wow. Now that is close. If you're not watching Q3 on a Friday night, I don't know what you're doing with your life. But Max has got to take P7 after that mistake or glitch or whatever. But Tommy is the earliest, wasn't he? The track was still a bit damp when he started his lap, and that really affected him. Down in 6th, he'd be disappointed. But still, consistency from McLaren starting 4th and 6th. Mercedes 3rd and 7th. Yeah, Equaz in 2nd, Trise in 1st. No shock there, but they're 2 very quick drivers, but 2 drivers that not normally starting on the front row. Great effort there from those 2. 6 thousandths between them. I'm sure Equaz will be gutted because he was close there to pole position. Trise has had a pole position this season in Mexico. Equaz has in Spain as well. So they've both been on poles this season. They've both been on the front row, of course. And they'll share the front row tonight. GG saying Equaz, yeah, that was a great battle. And the sun is out. That's Circuit Paul Ricard. Get a quick drink and then we'll be good to go. What's the weather say for this race? And is it all dry all the way?
It should be. I haven't looked, but I've just put my I've read it up.
So tyres. Oh, Tree Slayer starts on hard tyres from P1. I mean, that's a rare sight, isn't it? The pole sitter on hard tyres. Obviously, because you can't use hards to go through in Q2, but obviously with it being wet in quali, you get free tyre choice. Knowlesy in P8 joins him on hard tyres. Farf in 19th also on hards as well. But yeah, Equaz and Tango and Plotters and Starburst, Tommy, Max and Slayer all on mediums. Bradfield from P10 is doing the exact same strategy that I did from P9 in that car yesterday. After lap 4 I was up in P2, so expecting a similar things from you. But yeah, you've got to be aggressive if you're doing that strategy. Shadow's doing the same from P15. Yeah, apart from that, everyone else is on the mediums. It's just Bradfield, Shadows on the softs, and then hards for Farf, Knowlesy and Tree Slayer. And Tree Slayer at the start is important. He needs to try and stay ahead for as long as he can. He will be under huge pressure, of course, Tree Slayer. He knows that. I don't think he'll be too worried about being passed by 1 or 2 cars. Of course he'll want to fight them, because if you stay in front, obviously you'll have more gain later on in the race when he's on fresher tyres. But yeah, he's going to be slower by quite a bit, Tree Slayer. With it being a pacey track, it doesn't make too much more of a difference. And of course, tyre wear being hard around here, hard tyres will make that a lot easier for you if you have a difficult first stint. This is hard medium for me, or soft medium soft. I'll say soft medium soft was even a struggle last night. It's a soft medium medium possibly. But I'm terrible at tyre wear, and these are all a lot better. That's why they're in the Premier League, and I'm sat here commentating on it. Yeah, run down to turn 1. You very rarely see a league race in France where you don't see a spin through turn 1 and turn 2 from someone, just because it's such a quick left-right. And then turn 3 and 4 as well, it's difficult. Turn 8, you see a lot of dives down to turn 8. And then, yeah, sector 3 is the bit where you don't see so many incidents, but the racing around here is incredible. Be prepared for some fantastic racing tonight, because yeah, racing here is so many opportunity tracks, very wide, lots of runoff as well, so people can go for a bit more of a risky move because there's that extra room. Quickly disable the old telemetry just for the race start. Wherever the lights, they're not, I can't really see them. 5 lights on. It's lights out and away we go, and the initial getaway is really poor from Tree Slayer. Look, Equals might be having to go around the outside already. Starbus had a poor start. We've got an Alpine just putting that away. Is Equals going to challenge around the outside? He is, and Tree Slayer's going to have to turn in at some point, and Equals has to back off. There's a bollard that goes flying. Tree Slayer's in the lead, and McLaren's gone wide. Slayer's made contact with somebody. Knowlesy's towards the back. Knowlesy on those hard tyres has had a spin. We say we usually get a spinner, and both Haas drivers are down the back. Both Haas drivers have gone somewhere. Bradfield and Tommy fighting. Bradfield's lost Tommy's lost a few places. Equals slide on those medium tyres. Going to give Tango a great run. Potter's in 4th then. Starbus 5th. Max has fallen. He's gained a place up into 6th. Slayer in 7th. Tommy 8th. Bradfield in these soft tyres. And Shadows has gained 5 places on his start. Up in the P10. Liam in 11th had a great start. Dylan in 12th. Ariel 13th. Sweet MGP 14th. Down the inside of Repulse Ariel. But yeah, behind them, everyone's fallen back. So Farf's fallen back. I don't know if he's missing an end plate on that left side, but Farf is down to 15th. Swanshanks is in 16th. Knowlesy's in 16th. Is there an end plate missing for Farf on those hard tyres? I think there is, you know. Knowles, I don't think he's got any damage. Theo further back, he must have. Yeah, he's got an end plate missing as well, as Bradfield's losing more places. What's happened to Bradfield?
I clipped Tommy.
Have you missed an end plate, though?
Yeah.
Bradfield's missing an end plate as well, so he's got wing damage. And Sweet MJP, yeah, he's not managed to get back in the session, unfortunately. Yeah, Fast missing an end plate. Theo's missing an end plate, and Bradfield's missing an end plate. I wonder if Vintage is as well. He's usually sound for the first couple of laps, but Vintage is also missing an end plate. So double stack for Aston Martin. Tree Slayer, though, stays in the lead, so yeah, towards the back. I don't know what started all that. Definitely a warning there for Equals. I don't know how that's all started, but 4 cars there missing end plates. Don't know, Bradfield admitted to clipping somebody, but both Haas drivers obviously had a spin, and then Farf and Vintage towards the back were involved in something as well. Sure, we'll see what happens after the race. That'll be for Vintage to deal with. And here you'll see next lap DRS will be active down here as well. The long straight DRS heading down into turn 8, moves down into there will be common. Plotter's really gaining behind on Tango as well. Bit of a train going now, isn't it? You'll see that train throughout the whole of this race. Yeah, and like I say, damage, but no real spinner was there towards the back. But already Bradfield just can't stay out of trouble, can he? You know what he's like. Even through this turn here, he's through turn 11. You can see cars following, cars sticking up the inside like Tango's about to. He's got to be careful though. What a move! He can't get this done surely. What a move from Tango. That's absolutely fantastic. That is absolutely brilliant. We saw Alibi make a move there last season on 2 cars. Tango just steamed up the inside there. I think Equos will be saying the exact same thing he put in the comments to Tree Save for pole position. He'll be saying GG's to Tango, because that was absolutely fantastic. Votes come out. Votes for awards this season come out in the next couple of weeks. And I'm telling you now, Lat's going to be up there. Vintage is admin for this league, but I will order him to put Lat up for the nomination. That was an incredible move from Tango. Tango rinsing that ERS already. Yeah, he is. He is rinsing it, and he's used it to get past Equos. But it's worth it. It's definitely worth it, because if he gets past Tree Slayer now, which I expect him to soon, he's in the lead. Split 100 piece Ghost is getting past. But yeah, that's another thing I noticed last night as well. Not only do the tyres get absolutely melted, but the ERS just gets drained as well, and it's so hard to recover it as well once you've used quite a bit. And here's the DRS, and I don't think Tree Slayer is going to have too much to do to defend this. He might be a tiny bit too far back, Tango, but he's going to send one down the inside. He's got to go for this. He's going around the outside. Tree Slayer setting around the outside. We look at the onboard. Tango goes wide around the outside, swoops round, and the Mercedes takes the lead. Will Tree Slayer get a run back though? He's got more deployment, of course. Tango's still using deployment, but Tree Slayer's going to have a run. He's going to go back down the inside. Now this is going to get a bit scary. Tango's got to turn in a bit later, but with more grip on those tyres, it's not a problem. And Tree Slayer just not got the grip on those hard tyres to give Tango a taste of his own medicine down the inside there. Then Tango takes the lead of the race, and great start for him. Have a look at positions gain. It's obviously taking off Tree Slayer and Equos. Plotters and Starburst stay the same. Tommy's lost a couple. Max and Slayer managed to get ahead. Shadows and Liam getting great starts, taking advantage of everyone that's been in the pits. And yeah, Knowlesy, I'm not quite sure what happened to him. He started in 8th. I can't see who he might have made contact with, because no one else around him has fallen down. As Plotters now gaining on Equos as well. Of course, Equos has got that DRS. And yeah, it's just one huge train all the way down to 12th. It does give people an opportunity to catch back up. Varth gets a 3-second penalty already. We know he struggles with penalties, but Shadows, he's the one that really needs to make plays. He's already made up 6 places, don't get me wrong, but with this train as well, it's so easy to get penalties. The car in front goes a bit wide, and he can just follow it or try and avoid it, get a warning, but soon back up. Tommy is wobbling a bit there, but like I say, Shadows couldn't take advantage of it because he's stuck in the train. And Tommy's got DRS, so he's pulling clear, but Plotters on Equos just not quite close enough, is he? It's a game of patience, avoiding penalties, picking your moments, waiting for if there's a right time. It's Fierce that's fastest lap of the race. Unfortunately, he's a mile back. Fortunately for him anyway. Lost Tango's deployment on now. 6% his deployment's on Tango. He's under big pressure. Tree stays on 62%. So yeah, and already the best, low soft tyres that Shadow's on already, the best life. Oh, there's a crash. Equos is out. Oh no. What a stupid crash that is. Safety car. Equos has been, I think he was tapped behind from Plotters. Plotters has got damage. Oh, I think Equos will say that Plotters at fault for that. But Plotters tapped him from behind. It spun him. And then Plotters hit into him again, just where Equos' car spun. And it just took his wheel off. It's the tiniest of taps. Tiniest of taps. And it's taken Equos' wheel off. And after starting in P2, 6 thousandths of pole position, Equos is out. And this obviously really helps Bradfield and Far from Theo and Vintage. I'm sure Equos will give us a comment on that in a minute. I don't know if... Oh, and Tommy's got a penalty for collision with Slayer. And I'm sure Tommy will be soon telling us who's at fault for that. I don't think he'd be too happy if there's damage there. I don't know if Tango braked really early and that forced Tree Slayer and Equals to brake earlier or whatever, but you know, either way there was contact between Plotters and Equals, which sent Equals spinning, and then Plotters obviously got wing damage from it, so he's fallen down to 14th, and it took Equals' wheel off. That was so soft. Oh, and I was wrong. My eyes. I've not been done commentary for 3 weeks, and it's clearly told. Equals tapped the car in front, so Equals has taken blame for that already. He tapped Tree Slayer. He outbraked himself. Equals. He tapped Tree Slayer. Then that's what caused him to spin into Plotters, and yeah, unfortunately lost his wheel. That was so delicate though, wasn't it? That was ridiculous. It was like It was like a feather flying into a window, and it just wiped his wheel off. Really, really unlucky there for Equos. But even though he made the initial mistake, just got hit under safety car. Was light contact, saying Slayer. Yeah, contact between Slayer and Tommy. I don't understand. I know racing and that. It's things happen sometimes, but hitting cars under the safety car is just one thing I'll never be able to understand how it happens. Just don't. I don't know what to explain when it comes to being an admin for the leagues. Just don't drive into any other cars. It's, you know, what more is there to say? Stay away. Ariel comes in the pits then. And I don't blame him, because even on 5 laps, those medium tyres must be a good 20% at least. Because the tyre wears a struggle around here. I wonder if that'll be hards now. It's more mediums. So he's going to try and do medium soft from here then for Ariel. See, I couldn't do this at this stage of the race. When there was a safety car yesterday, I thought doing it. And I needed another safety car to help me do that. But yeah, medium soft from here is what's ideal. You should have pitted then for more mediums, because you won't be able to. Medium soft will be a struggle for you still from here.
Let's go for a piss, so
you shouldn't be doing that.
Shouldn't be doing that.
I mean, you should. No one else goes for a piss in the middle of a race.
Safety car come out, so I might as well make the opportunity.
Well, to change your strategy, not to have a piss in your underwear and never fucking win anything.
Don't worry about that. There'll be another safety car.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, because you're crashing out. That's why. That's what the safety car will be for. But this helps Tree Slayer. Well, I think it does anyway. Does it though? It'll help you go to hard soft. He's on hard tyres, starting hard. Will everyone else be able to stretch to a medium soft now? I still think that's really, really hard. If you're going to do a medium soft, the ones that started on mediums. Of course, nobody's on used mediums. Same as last night. Nobody on used mediums. Nobody on used tyres at all to start the race. So I'm pretty sure safety car will be in this lap. Here at Tango, I'll tell you someone that definitely benefit. I'm sure Keza will back me up on this. This will definitely benefit Tango, this safety car, because it gives him a chance to pull away from Tree Slayer now on full battery as well, because he was on about 6% when we last looked, whereas everyone else behind had used a lot. And that is the advantage. As this game, we know we tend to get safety car. Safety cars quite a lot. So use your ERS, use your deployment early on in the race, and then the safety car comes out, you know, you make use of it. Tango using it all early on, they managed to gain 2 places from it, and now they're all level. So it's worked well for him. Is the safety car coming in? It's not, is it?
Yeah, it'll be a late call.
Well, it won't be a late call. The safety car's going to pass the pit lane in Nobed.
Alright, fuck it, I'll go in the pits then.
Yeah, that's what. And Tommy's in the pits as well. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You might as well pit. Tommy's gone to the pits as well. You should pit. Theo should pit as well. He's decided to stay out. Go medium soft from now, because medium soft from here is comfortable. You'll have no problems whatsoever with tyre wear, whereas everybody else will. You're the only one now. Tommy's gone hard, so I wonder if he's going to the end on there. But yeah, I think Farf and Ariel and Vintage are doing the same, but you got Vintage in front, he'll let you through.
Vintage, hold up, Tommy.
Tommy. I wonder if Tommy's had to change his wing. He must have had to change his wing, because he's come out behind Bradfield. So I wonder if that was collision with Slayer. Obviously, Tommy served his 5-second penalty now. But yeah, Tommy's on hard now. Two wing changes there for McLaren already in this race after starting 4th and 6th. Equos saying, looking back at it now, I took the corner as if Tree Slayer wasn't there, and he apologised to Plotters as well. Yeah, it's still unfortunate how Equos is out this race, but yeah, he's put his hands up, and of course that has caused Plotters a wing change and affected his race, and Plotters might be having a look at that reporting. But Plotters in a good place from pitting, because through that safety car that came out because of it, he's the second of the freshest tyres. He's second out of all the cars on the freshest tyres, with Shadders being
could be a very good move for Tommy there.
Shadders in the exact same race as what I did yesterday. Safety car came out at the exact same time as the race yesterday. He started on the softs. He was then the leader of the fresh tyres. Safety car is coming in. And again, this train is just going to struggle, isn't it, to pull away from each other. But yeah, Starbust up in P3. That's a great race he's had so far. Liam in 6th as well. And Tango is really backing the pack up. How many 5 seconds penalties we're going to see here disappointed if we do. Swanshank's in P9. He's managed to get ahead of, how do you get ahead of McKenty? Wow. On track, Swanshank's got ahead of McKenty. He's having a good time with it. Oh, car's getting close. Be careful. If anyone gets a penalty, it'll probably be Slayer, as we know. When's Tango going to go then? Safety car's really not pulling away too much. He's going to go now. Yeah, if you've got the advantage on the tyres, you've got to go early. And look already, 7 temps clear. Tree Slayer's under pressure from Starbus. This is a great opportunity for Tango. Tango might be the only car in the whole pack that'll be able to put out a second by the end of this lap. And he's already nearly a second at the beginning of the lap. That's how much he's managed to pull away. And those hard tyres of Tree Slayer just can't warm up at the moment. Really good start there for Tango. He can manage his deployment a bit more now as well. He's already got a second look as Shadders getting past McKenty for P11. Going down the inside, McKenty's got to fight it on the outside, and Shadders has to yield a little bit there. Plotter's sitting there behind as well. McKenty's got to be careful. He did go into Shadders. In fact, Plotter's managed to get past both of them. Knowles in 13th, then he's going to send one inside of Shadders. No, he's not. He's got his teammate Theo just behind. Not too much going on further in front in terms of the gaps. This is the real battle at the moment. Just picking the right line, isn't it? Avoiding the car in front. Picking the right line, trying to get the move done. But Shadders been incredibly quick here. And Plotter's on McKenty as Shadders goes really wide. They're trying to avoid another crash there like he didn't in qualifying. I think Knowles is going to have a run at him here. Shadders under pressure. Plotter's going down the inside of McKenty as well. He turns in, they make contact. Plotter's now on the outside. Ariel's got a 3-second penalty. Plotter's managing to get in front, I think. He's going to have the racing line. But it doesn't matter too much because the corner is so wide that we're about to go into. McKenty's just got his nose in front. Plotter's on the outside turning in, and yeah, they're still going to be side by side. Fark gets another 3-second penalty. Alpine's really struggling with penalties. Plotter's round the outside. Car almost off the track. Is he going to keep it on the track? Yes, he does. It's a great move from Plotter's there, as we've seen on board with Shadders. Really nice move. And now Plotters can race up towards Swanshanks, the other Alfa Romeo. Swanshanks is 2 seconds off Sweet MJP and 8th. Oh, and McKenty really early on the brakes there, and Shadders goes into the back of him. Yeah, McKenty's really braking early there. I wonder if he's got a really pacey setup on there, because Plotters struggled to keep up with him as well. No matter how much of a pacey setup he got. Slipstream's always much more valuable, as Shadders is about to find out. He's going to go around the outside. McKenty very late on the brakes, and Theo and Farf battling out further back. Farf is in front. Oh, he's nearly lost it on the curb though. Swanshank's already passed by Plotters. In fact, I think he's letting him through. I wonder if he'll let his teammate through as well. Swanshanks is a 3-second penalty. I think it's a bit harsh. He was moving out of the way. Goated restart from Tango. 1.4 seconds clear already. Yeah, Plotters can pull away now from Swanshanks, and Knowlesy nearly losing it there. And Farf and Theo battling it out behind. You've got to be careful they don't lose it there. And yeah, Theo's unfortunately not got as good exit there now. And Ariel's, I don't know what Ariel's doing. He's just backing off and going to the back. But so that car's through. McKenty in P10, Swanshanks in 11th. So Swanshanks has let McKenty through. In fact, I think he's not let another car through. He let Shadders through. He's going to let Knowlesy through, I think, as well now. He is. I thought he might bail his team out and try to hold people up, but he knows it's not his race. He's just going to try and get out of the way for people best he can. Not for Theo, though. Don't get away for Theo. Oh, he has. Never mind. This is a great battle. And further towards, yeah, Menace Max in P4. He's closing up on Starbus now. Starbus got DRS, of course, from Tree Slayer. But with Tree Slayer being on these hards, Starbus, Max in particular, because he's the one battling, isn't he, for the race win, really. No disrespect to Starbus, who's looking incredibly quick, by the way. Liam on Slayer as well is looking close as well. DRS now enabled. Max needs to get past Tree Slayer, because if Tree Slayer pits, he's going to be on fresher tyres towards the end, and he's going to be quicker. He'll be the standout quicker driver as well, because everyone else on the mediums. Yeah, Swanee down 16th. Don't let Bradfield pass. No, he's not. He's let everyone pass. Not Bradfield, though. And still this battle's going on. Theo's fallen a tiny bit back, but within a couple of corners he'll be right back onto the tail of it. And McKenty, yeah, he just doesn't seem to have the pace today, does he? He didn't even qualify and he struggled. I don't know if he's got maybe side damage or what, but he's going to be under big pressure from Shadders. Fast putting Knowles under pressure as well. And Farf, I think he might have a quicker setup, and Knowles and Liam's getting past Slayer down the inside. Now he's going to fight it, and Liam gets the move done. Slayer's under pressure now from his teammate McKenty, and Shadders fighting side by side, and Max getting past Starbus. Where's this? Going down the inside of turn 11. Max gets up to P3, and Tree Slayer's caught back up to Tango. So I think Tango's mediums. He's used a bit of his deployment again already. Tango already starting to struggle. to push him more at the restart. On the tyres, on the deployment, and it's cost him again because he's going to be in DRS range. McKenty and Knowlesy fighting side by side. Knowlesy's going to go around the outside. Great track for racing. He turns in early. He's got to be careful. It's fast right there. But turning early gets him a much better exit. And he's going to be fighting McKenty here. Down the inside, Knowlesy goes. McKenty's got the wider line, but Knowlesy's got the run. And I think McKenty's going to have to DRS though. Oh, and Favre's got to be careful. Don't go into back of him. He has gone into back of McKenty. Oh, no, not far from McKenty. Side by side again. You know what happens when these happen. Tree fast when he's hard. Tree stays incredibly quick at the moment, isn't he? And Knowlesy. No, McKenty's not got DRS. Neither Knowlesy or McKenty have. Farf did have it though, and he manages to get past McKenty cleanly as well. I think it's the first. Liam in P5 and Swanshank's another penalty. Under pressure from both Williams now, isn't he? But he did have the pace to get through. It's just because they're clinging onto the DRS behind. As Theo gets a 3-second penalty following the dirty air. These cars in front just can't get out of this train at the moment. He's got to avoid getting penalties as a first step to being good. Knowlesy's going to try and pull away. He's 4 seconds off Plotters though. Plotters is chasing Sweet MJP, chasing, passing Sweet MJP up in the P8 Plotters. Good recovery list. All the cars in front, of course, on older tyres. So that pit stop for the damage of Equos causing the safety car could be a blessing in disguise there for Plotters. As Treeslayer now on Tango, look how close he's getting. I think now these hard tyres are quicker than the mediums. I think this is a genius move from Treeslayer starting on the hard tyres as Vintage passing Swanshanks, and Swanshanks I think was letting him through, but yeah, Tango's putting himself under big pressure now. Theo's getting past Shadders at 14th, and Tommy's right there as well. Tommy round the outside. Shadders is letting people through, yeah. Fair play to Shadders. He's letting people through, he knows he's reserving, and Tango pits. So is this hard to the end, or is it going to be soft for Tango? I think he's going to go for a 2-stopper. I think it'll be soft tyres for Tango. He's done this before. What tyres he got? It's hard tyres, yeah, of course I'm wrong. But he goes, 5 second it's been the pits. McKenty, he's not looked quick here today, has he, unfortunately, but he's in the pits. I wonder what he's going to go for. In the pits also is Shadders. I wonder if Shadders has got damage. He's on 6 lap pole mediums, and he was moving out of the way of a couple of cars, wasn't he? I wonder if he just made contact with a car and unfortunately got a bit of damage. Yeah, they are changing that nose cone, so there's damage for Shadders, unfortunately, last night's winner. Tree's got a lot of deployment. He has, hasn't he? He doesn't need to use it until Max tries to gets close to him. Will Max get close to him when these tyres are on now? Treeslayer at the moment is running away with it, isn't he? Because he's on the slower tyre. Where's Tango come out? 17th. And Jake the Slayers. What's happened to Slayer? Oh, he's just been passed by 2 cars. And Plotters Plotters was risking it there, going down the inside of both cars, and he's lost the place to both Williams because of that. It was unlucky, really. There's no real place to go as Bradfield gets a penalty.
That was not a corner cut.
Well, tough shit, a penalty. But Dylan's managed to go up to P5 there, gaining 2 places. And Plotters is putting big pressure under Jake the Slayer. Is he going to try and curve it on the inside or round the outside? Try to look round the outside, just nothing really on there. Is he going to send it on the inside now? No, he's not. Again, prioritising getting a better exit as Liam gets a 3-second penalty now. Yeah, racing around his own as well, Liam, so he won't be too happy about that. He'll be kicking himself. Starbus in the pits then. Could this be to try and, pull away from Max? Where's he going to come out? So Tango came out. He's got a bit of clear air. I wonder if Starbus has been going for an overcut to try and get out ahead of Tango. It's unlikely. Dylan under big pressure now. Is Slayer going to try and send one down the inside of his teammate? No, he's not. In fact, he's been extra cautious of his teammate, and Plotters has been able to send it round the outside because of that. Well done, the Plotters taking full advantage of that. The Williams getting each other's way there, really. Nothing Dylan could do, really. It was just that Slayer was too quick, and nothing he could do, really, apart from slow down. He wasn't going to send on the inside of his teammate. Even Slayer wouldn't do that, surely. It's all very mixed up now, the tyres, and yeah, Tango's been quick on his outlap on these hard tyres, hasn't he? He needs to be really trying to put an advantage so that he can save up his deployment, because he'll be looking to be on these to the end of the race. We have had a safety car here already, but we know they're not very common in France, even though in this game they are. Overall, yeah, it's been incredible racing. Theo's getting passed by Tommy on the straight down to turn 9, and Farf getting passed by Knowlesy, so one Haas getting past. One Haas getting past. One Haas getting past. Farf, no, he's not going to go for it on the inside, is he? Just has to back off a little bit there. And Theo on Tommy. Tommy on those hard tyres, quicker than Theo's mediums, and Bradfield's going to stick it round the outside of Theo as well. He's not got much deployment there, Bradfield. It's fast now, got 9 seconds of penalties. He really struggled with track limits, isn't he? Max and Treeslayer are about level pace, aren't they, at the moment? They're both looking very good. Tango's catching up and he's getting past Swanshanks. Pits now for Liam. I wonder if Max and Dylan are going to be trying the medium-soft strategy. Ariel late on the brakes there, isn't he? Further back. But yeah, Dylan's getting passed by Plotters now as well, so Plotters on those medium tyres. He'll definitely be looking to do medium-soft from here. As Dylan might have got a warning there for going a little bit wide. His teammate Slayer just behind. Bradfield in 10th. Well, Liam come out just behind Starbus, I should think, and he will do, yeah. Not too far behind him. All these drivers, this is the worry though. Will they catch up to this train and then be stuck there for Tango? And there's a good 7 seconds off yet, so I don't think they will, because these are all going to pit soon. Theo will have to pit soon, surely, as will Slayer and Dylan. But are they both doing the medium soft and Williams? Because then they might be getting each other's way. Bradfield really quick down the straight. Unfortunately, Theo has just got too much straight line speed. Bradfield nearly goes on the back of him. Ariel gets another 3-second penalty. The Haas quite haven't got just these track limits, have they? And yeah, it's just so hard to put away when the car behind you's got DRS. And Max is within a second of Treeslayer, so if he's doing this medium soft, I'll tell you what, he's doing it bloody brilliantly. And this could be a straight fight between Treeslayer and Max in terms of the pit stops for the soft tyres. And yeah, Max is staying out, so it's definitely got to be medium softs for him now. He's very good with, I say he's very good with his tyres, which is a bit of a wobble now, but he's very good with everything really, isn't he? Using that DRS to close back up, now he's got it, so he can save the tyres a bit more, save the battery a little bit more. Using that DRS gains him a good couple of attempts. He'll be in a good place if he can get it on the straight as well. You can see the tyres are starting to go a bit low for Max, aren't they? And yeah, Treeslayer's definitely quicker now. Tango's getting past Vintage. And Swanshank's in the pit. Starbus obviously getting overtaken, it says, because coming to the pit lane, you cut out the final corner. Then of course getting back past Starbus will be soon on to Vintage. Liam just a couple of seconds back from Starbus. And yeah, the red cars ain't doing too well, are they? All towards the back. See, Starbus has already pitted, so he'll be up in the points. All being well for him. Unfortunately for Max, he's not got the DRS on the straight. He's actually gained a good half a second almost. And Plotters has already pulled outside the DRS zone for the Williams. But yeah, Bradfield is stuck in this DRS train. Theo has been in it for ages. Tommy will be really annoyed at this, being stuck in it. Favre's catching up to Knowles. Just nothing you can do about it. He's stuck in the middle of it. It's almost worth completely cutting out the corner, illegally overtaking 5 cars and pulling away. That's how ridiculous it is. Please don't do that. Knowlesy gets a penalty. Again, that's a silly penalty. Just completely cut over that inside corner like Slayer did in Q3 to invalidate his time, but Needers penalty there. Swanshank's getting another one. I wonder if you see anyone going to the pits now. It's too early if you want to put the softs on. It's still too early. You can't do 12 laps on softs. No chance. You'd be asking for a puncture if you come in the pits now for soft tyres, and obviously they're not. Yeah, Treeslayer on these hard tyres are the next couple of laps, when these cars on 15-14 lap old tyres will be struggling. Treeslayer will be the one struggling the least. There's so much deployment saved up as well for Treeslayer. Max, you just see him click on that tiny bit of deployment he's got. That's because he really is desperate to get in the DRS zone for the straight. He's going to struggle to do so, isn't he? He needs to find a tenth or so before the line, which is just round this corner. Is he going to do it? No, he's not. He's just not got the rear grip, has he? He's got to be careful he doesn't make a mistake. He's so close to it though. He's done a fantastic job on those beams to cling on. But Plotters 6.1 seconds back. Dylan further 2 back. Shadows passing Kenny. Shadows on more soft tyres as well, so you have to pit again before the end. Was that soft, medium, soft for Shadows for Eastopper. Slayer on Dylan, then getting a bit of a slipstream. And the DRS, but no intention of overtaking, otherwise he'd use his deployment. And yeah, Bradfield at the back of this train. At least 6 cars, isn't it? So it's going to allow everyone else behind to close up a bit. But they've all got DRS off each other, so it does help. I say it's helping you in a way, because you're getting the DRS at least, which is really powerful around here. Yeah, Tango racing around his own at the moment, down in 12th. Ariel's getting another 3-second penalty. I'm not quite sure what he's doing, but he seems to be cutting every corner. And yeah, Starbus, look, Starbus closing up to Vintage. When's he going to go for the move? Vintage holding him up round the corner. McKenty getting a 3-second penalty. And yeah, Vintage really holding up Starbus here. Starbus going for it now on the inside, steaming round. Somehow not the same appreciation
Theo,
for when he did.
The
other one, and Theo is,
wow.
I don't know what he's done there.
That was a last minute call, that was.
Well, he's cost himself time for doing it anyway. He's cost himself a lot of time, and his teammates in the pits right in front of him. What on earth is he doing? It's such a silly decision from Theo. He's held up in the pits. He's stuck in the pit lane. What on earth is he doing? We watch his stream, see what he's doing.
Honestly, I've never seen a pit like it.
Well, I don't know what he's doing. He's not live. Oh, he is live. I'm gonna have a look on Theo's stream now. See what he's.
Lucky it wasn't like.
See what on earth he was doing.
Half a second behind. It literally swang straight.
I'm now looking at it. Yeah, I don't know what he's trying to do, but Faf's getting past Slayer. Danny, so yeah, Theo made a very late call to come in the pits, and it popped up saying his teammates in the pits. So a bit unlucky, but yeah, he didn't know, did he? Tough one on him there. Liam getting past Vintage, and Tommy on Jake the Slayer. Now, these two don't like each other. Well, Tommy doesn't like Jake, and Tommy getting past Jake. I don't think Jake likes Tommy now, because Tommy's just absolutely embarrassed him with that move. Great move from Tommy getting past Slayer. On those hard tyres, Max now pits, so Tree Slayer stays and takes the lead. Now Max needs to find some fresh air somewhere on the track. He'll come out behind his teammate, I'm pretty sure, and into the pits dives Dylan and Faf, so Tommy and Slayer stay out. Where does Max come out? I think he'll come out just in front of Starbust. It'll be, if he's behind him, he could be in a bit of trouble if he's held up. Let's have a look at Starbust then. Where is Max going to come out? Is he going to come out in front? Is he going to be close? I think Starbust has got it. No, he hasn't. Max has just about got it. I said it was going to be close. I didn't think it'd be that close. And Max is just out ahead of Starbust. And that is absolutely fantastic for Max. He's 4.5 seconds off his teammate who's on hards to the end. Max will close up to him very, very quickly indeed. Dylan gets a 3-second penalty. I think that's a dodgy one. He's come out just behind Sweet MJP. He's been unlucky, as has Faf. Because Sweet MJP's going to be holding them up now. So this will really help other ones that are not pitted yet, and Bradfield getting past Slayer on the straight there, and obviously Slayer's now got no DRS from any car in front. Bradfield can now push on to Tommy as Faf gets another 3-second penalty. But yeah, Max already over a second clear of Starbust, and yeah, he will be definitely would have undercut Tree Slayer, that's for sure. So I wonder, obviously Max will struggle towards the end tyre wear, but he's done that stint on the medium, so he'll be doing okay. He's obviously good at the old tyre wear. Tree Slayer's got to pit this lap, otherwise the deficit to Max is going to be huge. He stays out. So maybe he's doing an extra couple of laps and then really hoping he can close up at the end. Or just hoping for a safety car the next couple of laps. Plotter stays out as well. Tommy's staying out as well, so they're leaving it really late. So Max now, as Slayer comes in the pits, Ariel's got another 3-second penalty. But Max now, he's got to try to coast around on these tyres. Really conserve them as much as possible. He's going to catch his teammate, that's for sure. Easily he's going to catch his teammate on these softs. But towards the end, Tree Slayer, Plotters and Tommy obviously will be a lot further back. Tree Slayer's tyres are going to be in a lot better shape towards the end, that's for sure. So Max just needs to try and conserve these tyres now. Yellow flag for Slayer. Who's that for? Who have we got yellow flag for? Is it for Tango? It's for Tango! Yellow flag for Tango. He's had a spin coming out of turn 1. Driving around on his own, and he's just lost it. He's now behind Liam. He was behind Bradfield. Was he in front of you? He was behind you, wasn't he? Yeah, he was behind Bradfield, and he's just spun on his own, but down in turn 1 and turn 2. And his teammate Max has got past him. He's lost, let's count up how much time he's lost there. He's lost about 7 or 8 seconds from that Tango. So he's out of contention now really for the win. When he was looking in good shape for a podium, it'd have been a good battle between him, Max and Tree Slayer towards the end of the race with tyre wear. But now it's looking pretty bleak for Tango. He's got to pass Liam. Well, it's a 3-second penalty for Liam, isn't it? As into the pits comes Tree Slayer now. So Starbust is in a good shape for a podium here. Don't forget, Tommy can stay out to the end. Yeah, Tommy, of course, can stay out to the end. So Max will need to pass Tommy. That's a good shout, isn't it? So Tommy, don't rule Tommy out of this. Bradfield pits, that's a bit early, I think, but Plotters is in, Tree Slayer's in. They're obviously struggling with tyres more than Bradfield, so they didn't have too much choice. But Tommy leads this race now, and he needs to be overtaken on the track to win, because he's staying out to the end. Max sets the fastest lap of the race. He's got 8 seconds to chase up to Tommy. Yellow flag, and that's for an Alpine of Ariel, who's been struggling, isn't he? Unfortunately, all throughout. But I think Tommy might have played a masterclass here, because these soft tyres and Max just going to go off, aren't they? 2 lap old. He has obviously undercut Treeslayer. 3.3 seconds clear, but 2 laps fresher tyres for Treeslayer are going to be really valuable for him. Max's tyres will already be on over 10%, that's for sure, easily. More than that, be on 12-14% between there. So Max, I think Tommy's favourite for this. I really do.
I said he would at the start when he put the hards up and I'll come in. I should have done that.
He came in because he got damaged from Jake the Slayer under the safety car. I think that's the only reason he came in. And Plotters passes Knowlesy the P7.
I've got DRS over these two.
And Theo's getting past Sweet MGP on these hard tyres. So yeah, Bradfield I think will be past him in no time on his softs. Bit of a lag there for Bradfield. He's got a 3-second penalty. Cars in front have got penalties there as well. 3 for Knowlesy, Dylan and Theo, and then 12 for Farf in ninth. So just don't. Have you got any warnings since you got your penalty?
Yeah, I'm on for another penalty if I fucking get another cut.
Yeah, you got to be careful. So he's on hard tyres, so he's going to be slower than you.
Yeah, I know.
Bradfield going to try it round the outside. He's going to go for it in the Aston Martin against the Alpha Tauri, and they make contact nearly. He's going for it still. This will be a great move if he make that stick, and he does. Really good move there from Bradfield. It's the first time I've ever said that. Quickly forget about that. Slayer's getting passed by Ariel. And if Slayer made a mistake there, Slayer's missing an end plate. On these fresh soft tyres, Slayer's back in the pits.
Good.
No points today for Slayer. He'll be down in last in a second. So he's got end plate damage. He must be in contact with another car, obviously. Tango's now on the back of Liam and Starbust. Liam's got a 3-second penalty. Tango needs to pass. But I say, it is a battle to the end now. And look at Max. He's really gained, isn't he? But Treeslayer and his even fresher tyres has gained even more. I just think Max's tyre is going to start to go off more than Tommy's will towards the end of the race in the last couple of laps. Max will still gain, don't get me wrong, he's just gained another 3 tenths there, 4 tenths there. He's gained another, well, he's gained half a second somewhere on Tommy. Tommy must have had a poor exit at turn 11, but he's going. Max will gain. I just think Max will get to about 2 seconds or so, and then it will just start to falter. And then Treeslayer will close up the back of Max, and then that'll be it. I think Tommy's favourite for this race. But in terms of the podium, and look how close these 3 are. Is Tango going to try and steam it up? He can't. There's 2 cars there. But look how close this is between these 3. It's a great battle. And Plotters there on the soft tyres as well. This is a really good battle. Plotters will need to get through. He's going to go for it. And Tango was really risking it there, pulling out. He pulled out there on Plotters. And he's nearly pushing into the pits as well. And they make contact. And Plotters is going to get through. Tango will definitely feel that as a bit aggressive. But it was caused by Tango varying his line, which has actually helped Plotters get through in the end. Yeah, Plotters he's got to make the moves now though, isn't he? It's come over a bit cloudy, isn't it? I wonder, will we ever sprinkle of rain towards the end? McKenty broke so early, saying Slayer can win, saying Immortal, yeah.
Oh, Theo, what are you doing?
Theo and Bradfield, what's going on there between those two? What's he done?
I went for the move and he let it finish.
And he what? Closed the door like you always do?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nearly a warning there for Bradfield as well. For going on. Bradfield will get this move done again easily. Max has got a 3-second penalty. That's huge. Menace Max, it's a 3-second penalty. That's rare you see him get penalties. Bradfield gets past Theo. And Max with a 3-second penalty. It's just made his job a lot harder. Treeslayer's a second behind now. And Plotters on Liam. He's going to get a tow from Starbus as well. Now Starbus has changed lines, so Liam's getting the tow. And he gets a penalty going around that corner. And he gets touched by Liam. And oh my goodness me. Plotters is out. He's gone flying into Liam, and as I say, no, piss off, is that a virtual safety car? And Tommy gets a 3-second penalty in the lead. It's a full safety car, it had to be. That's a huge crash. And Liam weren't leaving much room there, was he? I'm sure Plotters will have his say about that. Not a good lap there for McLaren. Plotters goes flying out of the race. I'm not sure there's much more Plotters could have done there. And into the pits come Starbust and Liam, and Tango overtakes Liam in the pit lane, and there's a whole sort of hold up there. Knowlesy gets involved behind. I wonder if there's any 5 seconds penalty to be dished out, but Tango overtook Liam in the pit lane. That's a lovely move, I like that. But Tommy's missed the pits, obviously. I'm sure Tommy will be in the pits on the way back, but safety car towards the end. And yeah, just like Plotters went on the inside. Might be one that class as a race and instant round there, you don't know, but it was a difficult one, that. I'm sure Plotters would be saying Liam should have left more room and gone a bit wider. I'm not sure Plotters could have gone anywhere else there. Tree Slayer favourite now. And you have to say he's in a great place, isn't he, to win this. Because Max and Tommy obviously have the penalties. The delta is still on, so I think Tommy's got a pit. It's difficult for... If Tommy stays out and then Max pits and Tree Slayer pits, he's in trouble. Farf's obviously in fourth for all those penalties. Dylan in fifth. Bradfield, are you going to pit?
No.
Bradfield's staying out, there you go. So that might give Tommy an incentive to stay out. I hope Bradfield can hold people up. Starbust in a great place here, isn't he? In P7 as well. What's Starbust's best finish? I think he got a fifth. I think he got a fifth place, didn't he, somewhere? Let's have a look. Starbust's best finish this season. He finished fifth in Bahrain early on in the season. Wow. That was a huge crash from Plotters, though. Really huge crash. I said earlier in qualifying, if you crash here and go into a wall, you're going to crash in a big way, and that was a very big crash. The field is very spread out. We have at least one more lap on the safety car, possibly two. Does Tommy come in the pits? He stays out. Does Max come in? Max stays out. Tree Slayer stays out. Fast stays out. They're all staying out. Yeah, so this is interesting now. Obviously for Bradfield, two cars in front of you, Dylan and Farf, both on 5 lap old softs. You're on 3. Both on 6. You're on 4 now.
I need some points.
Max
What's
is on
the standards
6.
for him? Have a quick look for Mackenzie.
I will have a quick look.
JB.
So Premier League standings. You're on 18. Starbus on 19. McKenty on 19. McKenty's down in 14th on fresh softs. Unlikely he'll get points. If he does, it'll only be a couple. He's got a 3-second penalty as well. And then Starbus is in 7th right behind you with no penalties. So it's a real battle. And he's on fresh softs as well. So it's a real battle between you. Obviously Tango's right behind Starbus on fresh softs as well. But Sweet MJP's on 25 and Farf on 26. They're definitely still in the relegation battle. Farf's in 4th. He's getting no points. He's got 12 seconds of penalties. And then Sweet MJP is in 13th with no penalties also. So he's still on some points as well. So it is really hair and scare for Lees. Poor Tommy, saying Kieran. Well, Max's tyres aren't in the best shape, are they? These soft tyres, 6 and 4 lap old, they're not healthy. They'll be on at least 30% wear. They won't blitz past Tommy, that's for sure. And there'll be no DRS for the rest of the race. So don't rule Tommy out of this. Obviously that penalty though, that penalty for Tommy, he's got a bank on Tree Slayer, get another penalty really. Tree Slayer is the one here that's got it under control, but he's got 2 warnings himself, Tree Slayer, so he's only 1 more warning off getting a penalty of his own. Starbust and Tango, let's have a look at them. Tango obviously had a spin of his own earlier, strange spin as well. Starbust has had just a 1 warning, Tango has had 2 warnings, so yeah, Starbust looking really good. Oh, this has been a fantastic race. I think Safety Car might be staying out for 1 more lap. Let Slayer catch up. Yeah, I know. Jokingly. But yeah, both crashes we've had have been in instances rolling another car. I'll say is one hit on track, very strange one with Equals, which he took responsibility for, which involved Plotters, wasn't it? It was Plotters that he crashed into. And it was Plotters that, of course, is the second DNF to that collision with Liam, of which I'm sure he'll be reporting, if he hasn't done so already. I've just checked and no, he hasn't yet. He's not said anything as of yet, but I think he might be taking a moment to cool down after that incident, which has caused his second safety car. Everyone is on soft tyres apart from young Tommy, the leader. Yeah, 7 lap old mediums now for the cars behind, softs now for the cars behind. So the longer this goes on, the longer Tommy will be grateful for Bernd Mailander in that Aston Martin car. What's your predictions in the comments now? How do you think this is going to happen? DRS won't come at this. Yeah, there's going to be no DRS. Obviously, you only have lap 26. There'll only be 2 laps of racing, so no DRS. It's all about who places their car in the right position, who's patient.
Rain in 5 minutes.
Rain in 5 minutes, really?
Yeah.
Might not come for the end. Might not get that. Depends how slow this safety car goes at the restart. We might have it for the last sector at that rate. On the final lap. But yeah, we said it was getting dark. We might have some rain on the last lap. And that will really make this race everything, won't it? We've had big crashes. We've had fantastic overtakes. Overtake for the season nominations. Safety car in this lap. We've had strategy. We've had all 3 different compounds used in big ways. We've had the lead change hand. We've had pit stop strategy going different. We've had everything. If you want to watch a race that has everything for entertainment, you can watch this one back. I'll certainly be watching this one over again. Tommy's now going to slow him down. This is awkward for Tommy because he doesn't want to pull away too much because he knows the cars on the softs will catch up to him. He's got to leave it as late as possible, in my opinion. But he might surprise people. And he's going to leave it late because he's still close to the safety car. He's not far behind the safety car. That will now start to peel off into the pits in the next couple of seconds. And yeah, Tommy, it's not a slow restart. He's got to get some warmth into those hard tyres because it's so hard to warm up. As we've already said earlier on when Treeslayer was on the safety car restart. And yeah, Tommy's still will he go out the final corner? I think that's risky because you're going to get a big toe. He's gone. He has gone out the final corner and he's weaving around. He's managed to put away. Sweet MJP has had a collision and Knowlesy's crashed. Knowlesy's crashed and he's gone into the pits. I don't know what's happened there for Knowlesy. He must have just spun. But Sweet McKenty and Sweet MJP had a collision there, it looks like, as well. Young Tommy in the lead then by 5 tenths. Max in second. Treeslayer third. Of course, with no penalties. And yeah, Max really is gaining on Tommy, isn't he? I don't know if he was just using his deployment there, but it looks like he's got more grip in those tyres as well. Dylan, second off. Farf has got lots of penalties, though. Bradfield is lagging all over the place. Nothing new there. But Starbust in 7th, and Bradfield gets another penalty. So that's Bradfield's good points hopes out of the way. Starbust and Tango will definitely be getting past him. Might be him out the points completely. Obviously, far further forwards are not going to be getting any points. It's one big train. Menace Max really closed up on Tommy. He needs to get past Tommy and try and pull away because Treeslayer, of course, has got no penalties. But Treeslayer's got the best tyres out of most of them. Farf's got another penalty now. Starbust and Tango, of course, on really fresh soft tyres. He's pitted under this safety car. They might be regretting that with only 2 laps left. They might think they should have stayed out now. They've got to get past. They will got to P4 as it stands, at least, because of the penalties. So Starbust on for his best ever finish of this season. If he just stays where he is at the moment, he want to get moves done, though, to try and get past Tommy and Max as well. He could be on the podium here, Starbust, with a bit of luck for him, because Tommy's obviously not going to be getting any quicker. He needs to keep it where it is, Starbust, and he'll be on the podium. He'll be second even at this rate. And Tommy then is about to come across the line to start the final lap as Knowlesy gets a penalty for corner cut in there. I think he's had enough of this race, isn't he? Not going to be winning today, Knowlesy. He has twice in the last few weeks, but Tommy's starting the final lap then. There'll be no DRS for Max. It's all about saving the deployment. Tommy and Max on about the same deployment. Treeslayer's got the most left. Farf holding everyone else up behind, which is not going to make a good race for some of the people behind. It's not helping Starbust and Tango at all, is it? But Tommy's holding cars up in front as well. Will Max be able to get past him? Because that, of course, is for position. Treeslayer at the moment has got this win wrapped up. He can just sit back now. He's got no one right behind him. He can just sit back and watch this fight unfold. The fight in front, which is for P2, really, isn't it? And Max on Tommy. Here he goes. He's got the slipstream. He's going to be going around the outside. Max is going to be going for it. Is he going to swoop in? No, he doesn't. He backs off. But he's going to focus on getting a better exit now. Oh, he's done well there, Max.
Oh,
Tommy's just gone out the slipstream and Bradfield's crashed. Bradfield spun. He's clipped Dylan. And Dylan's absolutely fine. That's all that matters. And Max is getting passed by Tommy. I'm sorry, Tommy's getting passed by Max. Max down the inside. Tommy's going to try and fight it on the outside. But this is the battle for P2. Tommy's going to try and fight it on the outside. He goes a bit wide. He goes a little bit wide, but he manages to keep that position. Treeslayer is closing up. Tommy's going to have that place, isn't he? I don't know. Tango's got past Starbust. So Tango could have that final place on the podium. This is all manic. This is absolutely manic. Will Max be able to try and fight it on the line? Liam's getting past Starbust. Look at this. Look at this. There's contact everywhere. Oh, this is crazy. Tommy's going to take the win. Well, he's going to take first, at least for now. Treeslayer is going to take the win. And Tango goes up to second. Tommy in third. Max fourth. Starbust fifth. Dylan sixth. Liam seventh. Shadows eighth. Slayer ninth. Vintage 10th. let's look at that. Might have had a timing glitch of 1 or 2 maybe, but oh my god, Menace Max 0.021 off Tommy in the end. But Tango getting past, and Starburst. Oh, I'm gutted for Starburst. 7 tenths off second. It's still good P5 for Starburst. So close to second. Getting passed by Tango there for Starburst was the key in the end. Pays to get no pens, absolutely it does. Oh, wow, Tree Slayer, that's brilliant. No penalties, really does pay off, as Jake just said. That was an epic race. Well, Vintage though, Mrs. Vintage picked himself to reserve, ballsy move, and it's paid off. So he's got a point out of it. Young Tommy on the podium, great decision to stay out. Tango, he didn't have the best of race. I'm sure he'll speak to us in his interviews, but he didn't have the best of race at all, did he? He had a spin, and the strategy looked a bit dodgy when he pitted behind Starburst, but he obviously made that move on Starburst, and that was so important. And Tree Slayer, he was always looking good today, wasn't he? And even when it got so close, those fine margins paid off for him. Starburst a brilliant 5th. Menace Max though, P4, like I say, that'll do him. If he gets 4th or 5th every race at the end of the season, it'll be absolutely fine. Knowlesy got fastest laps. It's the fastest lap point for Knowlesy. Only 2 DNFs, but that was an epic race. Absolutely epic. We'll get Tree Slayer, Tango and Tommy all in the party. 3 Ts. They've all been in the comms box before this season, haven't they? So there's no surprise. Again, you can have an eventful race, and there's usually 3 well-known names in the commentary box, isn't it? Tree Slayer, Tommy and Tango. We'll invite them in. Mercedes running away with the joint constructors. Yeah, that's a good point as well. 2nd and 4th for Mercedes yet again. And there was really contact towards the end, wasn't there? There's so much contact in that last corner. It was really scary. But yeah, it really helped. Like I say, Tommy is obviously on the podium. He's just joined us, but it helped Tommy to pull away, even though he's on the hard tyres. All those cars fighting behind. So even with that 3-second penalty, he managed to stay on the podium just ahead of Menace Max. Going into the standings, yeah. So with that win for Tree Slayer, it puts him ahead of Plotters. He's closing up now on the top 3 as well, Tree Slayer. So cars be breathing down their neck, that's for sure. And yeah, Mercedes and the joint constructors looking good too. Looking like they might have that P1 as well. But yeah, I think we got all 3. Join us in the comments. Got us in the commentary box. Sorry, not the comments. Got to start with Tree Slayer. What a fantastic race, mate! We said in qualifying, you looked quick in the wet, and you just seemed to dominate all the time. No penalties in the end is what won it. But fantastic race.
Oh mate, I'm so happy with that. I was really doubting myself going on the hards at the start because everyone around me was going on the mediums. But I figured they probably wear too much to properly extend them to do one stop. So I figured I'd start on the hards and it worked out.
Yeah, absolutely. We noticed at the start we thought you might be a bit vulnerable starting the hard tyres, but like you say, with the tyre wear, other people trying to manage them, it turned out to be a fantastic decision. But yeah, first lap. How was the first lap for you? Trying to hold on.
Well, actually, the hards actually felt really good. I don't know why they switched on so well, but I felt like I was driving on mediums.
Yeah, again, I suppose there's a lot of quick corners around here, isn't it? It's not sharp braking, so that might be one of the reasons why the hards aren't affected too much. But yeah, like I say, you looked incredibly good all throughout the race. And in that last lap, when you had obviously no penalties, is what got you ahead of Tommy and Max. Was it just a case of just holding back and watching the carnage unfold around you?
Well, it was mainly just watching Tommy and Menace absolutely going at it. It was brilliant to watch, by the way.
Yeah, it was brilliant to watch for us as well. But am I right in saying that's your first win with us?
No, you're not.
I'm not.
The second one. I had Silverstone this year as well.
Oh yeah, you did, didn't you? Yeah, sorry. Alibi has not been updating our statistics very well, has he? But like I say, second win the season, and we're saying begin the race as well. You always seem to be up there. So again, fantastic race to you, Teresa. Obviously missed the first few weeks of the season, and he's closing up on the top 3 now as well. But yeah, well done again. But going to move on next to Tango, and he had a spin early in the race as well, didn't you? How did that happen? But still a P2, not bad.
Yeah, when I'm practicing, I always lose it there, and I was like, I haven't done it all race, and then it had to happen when I had Menace behind me on the softs. But yeah, it was an alright race. Wouldn't say it's one of my best, and I wouldn't say it's one of my worst. I don't like this track whatsoever, so just happy to get a good result round a track that I don't really like.
Yeah, it really helps Mercedes as well in the push for the constructors, and obviously keeps Tabs to be your teammate as well, gaining a few points on him, who's looking like he's doing well again, a P4 for him. But that move on, I don't know how you did it. I completely missed it on the last lap. It was all go. But you were behind Starbus at the safety car restart. He finished 5th just because of all where the penalties put people. But how that move is obviously so important. You get in the podium. How did you get it done?
Yeah, it's all about when somebody's defending into that corner. It's all about taking a wide line on the entry, and then it gives you so much overspeed that you can just go through on the inside and take the speed. And then you might have to muscle them out a bit because they'll actually be turning into the corners as if you normally would be. But it's all about just knowing that you can kind of lean on the car on the outside, not too much of course, but you can lean on him, and then you just get a great slingshot. And he nearly actually overtook me at the second to last corner because we both went at either side of Dylan, which must have been quite good to watch.
Yeah, well, podium number 5 for the season, and we also mentioned in the stream award voting will be out the next couple of weeks. I know it's gone so quick this season, but there's definitely an overtaking there towards the beginning of the race on Equos, rolling it up the inside, but that felt good.
Yeah, I knew it was critical if I wanted to have any chance of winning the race. I mean, no, I didn't, but I needed to get past him, to get past Tree, and then just see how fast I could pull away. But those medium tyres, once they were gone, I was not going to stay on them. It's like I think it would have just turned into a DRS battle, which wouldn't have gained anybody anything with Tree. So I thought it would be best to come in on the hards and then just try and see how much I could pull away until they come in.
Yeah, anyway, well, good to speak to you again, Tango. Another fantastic result, and we'll see you next week. And we go on to Tommy as well, podium number 6 for Tommy for the season. And I didn't realise until the end you were going to go to the end on those hard tyres, but it turned out to be brilliant. I think in the end that safety car might have taken the win away from you. How do you feel about that race?
Yeah, what can I say? I mean, the start was more or less good. I was on Plotter's outside. I saw that he couldn't make it around the corner with me on the inside, and I had to back out. Lost, I think, 3 positions. Yeah, the first safety car basically made me go for the hards because I think Jake the Slow on the straight, he was just completely stopping the car for some reason. Without any reason. The car in front was like 12 cars ahead, and I don't know.
Get it reported.
Yeah, the hard stint. Yeah, I might do.
Yeah, please do.
But yeah, what can I say? I mean, it was a long stint on the hards. It felt good, to be fair. Yeah, that last lap, I don't know how I did that. I
Yeah,
have
that
no
was
idea.
an incredible battle. But I think, yeah, again, what Teresa said, the hard tyres round here, it's not such a bad thing because everyone else is on the mediums or the softs are always trying to manage them or look after the tyre wear. And even at the end, when your car's behind you on fresher softs, they were going off, so quickly. So I think the hard tyres definitely underrated round here. They've definitely really helped. But like I say, anyway, again, even when things have gone against you, picking up another podium is absolutely brilliant effort. Yeah, so 3 T's on the podium today. Tango, Tommy and Teresa. Teresa being the winner. Fantastic race. Hopefully have more of the same tomorrow as well. And yeah, you'll see Tommy himself racing tomorrow night as well in the Champions League. So hopefully be another good race. Thank you everyone for joining us. Been a great race. Great stream. Thanks to everyone for the bits in the comments as well. Much appreciated as always. We'll see you tomorrow night then. Thank you very much.